Yo, what up, y'all?
What up?
You.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, young world.
What's
Something
up?
just
What's
happened.
up?
Shit.
Yo, once again, y'all, we back at it. It's Wednesday.
back.
I
Yeah.
just want to say,
You gonna let me do an intro, Merv? Or, I mean,
huh?
or we would just sit there and look like a bunch of jackasses because Sean ain't on yet. Is that what we doing tonight?
What are you talking
No,
about?
it's
nigga?
freestyle. Do what you say what you gonna say, bro.
I'm sorry. Hey, Stacks, a motherfucker apologize from the heart. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, Stacks,
That's
them
not
niggas
what I
waiting
was
on
saying.
you
Now,
to
go ahead,
speak.
say
You
what you
gonna
gonna say,
speak to the
man.
people?
Huh?
Motherfuckers waiting on you to speak. You gonna speak to the people, or you gonna fix your goddamn ice and be rude?
You know what, man? You know what?
He gonna interrupt you and then ask you.
Hey, Mark, that was a true scumbag move where
Yeah.
he flipped that shit.
Yeah.
He said he flipped that shit and made himself and the viewers the victim.
One thing about Merv, he will be consistent.
Hey, dog.
Right. Hey, check this out. We back at it. The guys, we back in the building. It's Wednesday night. We form like Voltron. We got two pieces of Voltron that's missing right now. Tina B. Shout out Tina B. She's I don't think she's gonna be with us tonight. Sean is running a little late.
He in the background being Diddy.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
in the background. I don't know what he's doing. He probably somewhere shining Naja's shoes for all I know. But anyway, let's
He counted Jordans in the background.
right. Hey, let's go around the horn real quick. Merv, since you couldn't wait to talk, I'm gonna let your stupid ass go first. Go ahead.
You know what?
So you can just sit there and you can sit there and look like you frozen, right?
He's doing the frozen.
You ask this guy to talk, he doesn't say anything. But when it ain't his turn to talk, he can't shut the fuck up for nothing at all.
He gotta be a-hole. Gotta be one.
Hey, I'm gonna go last. Hey, Mark, go ahead.
You go last. Who the fuck was you?
Shit. What up? You know what I'm saying? Shit chilling, man. You know.
Nigga, you had a long day, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
Nah, man. You know what I mean? Shoot, I just came in from work, man. So, you know.
Nigga, we know because you just got on this motherfucker 2 minutes before the show
Yeah.
started.
You know what I mean?
Merv, why you choosing violence, man? We ain't even 5 minutes in yet, man. Leave that man alone.
It's a bird in the rain. It's Mark's spot being blown up.
Yo.
Nah, it's oh shit. What?
Becca, what's good with you?
Tell him hoes stop calling you right now. You can't wear them right now.
Yeah. I meant to, y'all mean for I usually silence my phone. You know, I ain't silent my phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Long day at work, but it's Wednesday, Thursday gonna be an easy day tomorrow. So I was just like, man, I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm chilling. Just you know what I mean for a slid in here like Eddie Kane right before the show start. Y'all know how the heartbeats do, so you know how I do.
You know David Ruffin shit. You and your David Ruffin shit. Mark, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the weather is like? Because it's like y'all sent some fucking cold fucking weather down this bitch. Dude, it's 48 fucking degrees. It ain't cracked 50 today. How the weather is in Philly?
Oh shit, we was about 70. You know what I'm saying? Hey, though,
I think you capping. You are capping.
But must be nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was like, man, I had to take the hoodie off. You know what I mean? For about 12 o'clock. I was like, dog, got rock t-shirt, man. Hoodie got too hot. You know what I'm saying? My bad that we had the reverse weather and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this how the shit be now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like it used to be. I'll tell you. Matter of fact, y'all can take the snow coming up in a few years. We'll enjoy no snow. How about that?
Y'all keep that shit up top. Y'all keep that shit up there, man.
we don't know.
Becca, Mrs. Green, what's happening? Talk to me.
Nothing much. Today was a long day. Today was a long day at work. So I'm glad to. You ever seen that Forrest Gump meme where he running? And then he turned and started running down the block. That was me today, logging off. Today at work was just dumb. I couldn't wait to be on here with y'all. I needed a break from the stupidness of my job today. So I'm happy to see y'all and everybody.
Feel y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Merv. I guess since you so desperately want to be last, Speak, talk to us, man. Get your shit off your chest, man.
We're listening.
We ain't got nobody else that need to go first before I go.
What are you talking about?
Everybody went.
Anybody else want to go?
What do you
Anybody
mean?
else want to?
Oh,
Anybody else for you, Merv?
Oh, okay. Shit. Somebody could have been backstage or some shit.
Not at all. Not at all.
Anybody backstage?
No, motherfucker, no.
No,
Oh.
sir. The floor is yours.
All right, hold on. Let me drink some medicine.
We sorry, y'all.
Straight up, it's Cinco de Monfo for Merv, so
Hey.
that's all month.
Hey, Cinco de Monfo.
And we rolling with that too, Mark. I don't know if you heard that shit from somewhere, but we need to get that shit trademarked. You can get that motherfucker trademark because I'm still trying to polish off this bottle of
Right.
Hey, what up?
Yo, listen, Stacks, you probably need to re-up.
Now I got another bottle on top.
Okay, all right.
Hey, then y'all asked me to speak.
You taking too fucking long. You taking way too long.
You just asked me to motherfucking speak. I said, does anybody else want to talk? Is there anybody else that need to go first? You said nobody here. Then I go to start talking, and y'all motherfucking start talking.
Well, look at the pot and the kettle.
What happened?
Would you look at the pot and the kettle calling the pot and the pot calling the kettle? Would you look at that?
You don't know better.
I ain't had no pot or kettle. I just had a frying pan that my mom used to throw at me.
Yeah.
And that explains it.
That explains a whole lot. Bunch of headshots, right?
But listen, I just want to say, y'all are the worst.
What the
We
fuck?
love you too, Merv.
Mark came with a motherfucker with 2 minutes left. Sean is fucking on the milk carton. Cause that nigga's missing. We don't know the fuck he at. Stats goddamn, when we go live, he's fixing ice with his back to the damn people. Damn, no, Becca came on straight. She the only motherfucker that had some goddamn sense when we went live.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Merv. I
Hey,
appreciate
so
that.
Merv. No, fuck
And
that.
I know you mean that. I'm gonna take that. Thank you,
I
Merv.
appreciate Becca.
Goodness.
Them other niggas.
Mm.
That's why God made Eve. That's why God took a rib from one of y'all motherfuckers, because we need ladies in the balance of the world. Y'all
Oh my God. Yo, we 8 minutes in. Hey man, what send me your location, man. I need to pull up on your ass, man. This shit gotta stop. Fuck a pod. Fuck a pod at this point. Yes. Drop your fucking location, nigga.
Drop the pin.
Oh shit.
Hey, yo.
But since Sean is on the milk carton, we still waiting on that PVV to find out where that nigga at. So when we find out where that nigga at, we're gonna send a cop car, pick his ass up, bring him, and put him on a fucking podcast. But we replace that nigga with Becca for our fucking icebreaker. We do an icebreaker. Start the ones they show off. So Becca, hey Sean, you've been fucking replaced, nigga. So whatever wrong you can say that motherfucker. How about that?
Whoa, hey, I ain't let
He
you
even tell us he was gonna be late.
Hey man, I let you
professional bullshit.
I ain't gonna let you do my dog like that, man. Why? Yo.
Y'all too
Hey,
much.
and you know what, Merv? You know what though? He would do the same shit to you, so carry on, man.
He definitely would.
Now I think about it, yeah, this is payback, motherfucker. Sean is probably in Queens sitting outside of Nas apartment or house or whatever the fuck he living in. Said, man, put me on one of the verses, man. I got bars, man. Queens get the money. That's what that's what he do. That's what he at right now.
Hey, you know what? Sean been on some bullshit ever since Nas talked about Bitcoin being close to a billionaire. Ever since you heard that verse, I'm a goddamn the Bitcoin Scarface.
Cryptocurrency
Scarface. That dude been acting funny, man.
Acting right since been off.
But
funny, man.
You gotta understand when Sean gets inspired, he jumps into character. It's like when he first seen Power and Ghost or whatever. He started wearing suits and for a quarter-length jackets. For just to go to the store. Like really, 3-piece suits and all that. Just to go, like Sean, you go into the store. Yo, man, I feel like I'm Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he really did that shit.
Yeah,
That nigga
man.
about to come on here in an all black hoodie,
Yeah,
like
you
like
know,
Yoshi when he go to damn murk somebody at
I
nighttime
was,
and shit.
hey, Murph, he be like, man, I'm sorry I'm late. I was in the back making some backdoor deals, man, because we fitting to hit y'all across the head with some real good
Right.
shit, man. We about to come back. Y'all know how hard we coming, and we know we could just get one person to listen
Word.
to us, man.
Dude.
Yo,
Hey,
that motherfucker gonna flame us when he get this motherfucker, man.
hey, hey, Stat.
Yeah.
Then
He gonna
Stat,
come in sitting all the way back like this.
Hey,
Yeah.
and don't forget after that he get that what do you call that shit that you got down we do the hair and shit.
Oh, the sponge.
Well, the
Yeah,
sponge,
son, you get
the
the
brush.
sponge and shit.
Pinto bean head ass nigga. Yeah,
Right,
he just
right. Right.
Hey, nah, that fucker peanut head fucker. That fucker goddamn. And Sean,
Boston baked bean head ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Sean look
Y'all
like that nigga
terrible.
the small head and the big ass body with the
Hey yo,
Y'all
hey yo,
terrible.
let's get to the icebreaker, man. I had nothing to do with this shit. I swear, if Sean, if you watching, man, if you know, like you would say. But anyway,
Hey Sean, if you kidnap and tied up, send an SOS, send a Morse code or something.
Right.
Morse, that's not. You say Morse code?
Yeah,
A
that's
blimp or
wrong shit.
something. A message
Morse,
in a
not
bottle.
Morse, not like
Something.
Huh?
it's Morse code, not Morris.
What I said?
Morris, like the last name, motherfucker,
Like
Morris.
Chestnut.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, well, shit. It's same different. Just like when Sean said Wednesday.
Yo, why you on my boy head, man? Shit, why you on my guy neck, man? Hey, check
The
this
views
out.
and opinions discussed by Merv are of Merv only.
Hey.
Here's what we gonna
Hey.
do though, man. Let's let's get into these icebreakers.
Who gonna start the bitch off? Stacks.
I'm gonna start it off, and
You know, Stacks. I knew you was gonna say that. So say that selfish shit. I knew you was gonna say I'm gonna start it off. You've been rude this whole fucking time, Stacks. When the fucking
the whole 12 minutes.
Your back was to the people. You're fixing the ice.
Why you bringing up bullshit?
Yeah.
Why you bringing up bullshit?
Yo.
You fixing the whole goddamn drink. You ain't talking no goddamn body. Then you told me to go. Then you start talking. Now we're gonna do the intro. We replaced Sean with Becca. I asked you who's gonna go first. I know your mama raised you better than that. You should not say I'm going
Jesus.
first. We got a woman, Stacks. We have a
What'd you say
whole
about my
woman
mama?
right here with us for the fucking icebreaker. You can go first, Stacks.
Trey, that is
Chivalry
true.
is not dead.
Trey the truth tonight.
Chivalry is not dead, Stacks. Hey, Rebecca, you
Yes.
going first. Fuck Stacks. My mama raised me right.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Happy Mother's Day, too. Happy Mother's
Yeah.
Day. Doing the
All right.
He said all that shit like I'm not sitting here on the screen with his ass. Wow. What the fuck is really going on? What the Sean? Hey Sean, if you can hear me, help! Shit.
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
All right. So let's get the party started. So I know, right?
Shit.
Oh, good Lord, right? I know. So basically today's topic: girl code, bro code, your circle of friends, jealousy, how you do business with friends, all things concerning friends. It's something that we've been seeing a lot in the news lately. If some of y'all have been or have not been watching, allow us to keep you abreast as to what's going on with a couple things, and then we'll discuss our own personal situations.
And Becca's doing the entertainment part of our icebreaker. Since Sean
Wow.
is not
She
here.
doesn't need a fucking narrator. Go ahead, Rebecca. Damn.
So one thing that is happening in the news now containing that pertains to our particular topic is the Joe Budden podcast. Won't stay on this long because we're not going to talk about nobody else's podcast. However, it speaks a lot to friendships and business. And is there a bro code when it comes to money and your friends and doing business with your friends? So long story short, we all know about the Joe Budden podcast, how historic they were in regards to signing deals for podcasts, getting podcasters their own shows and ownerships with Spotify and other venues and things like that. And then we also have a situation where they were three friends deciding to start a podcast together. Similar to the guys and how the guys came along. Same situation, friends decided to do a podcast together. What's happening with this particular podcast, which speaks to our topic tonight, is how it can go left really badly in front of the world, to everyone that's watching. So Joe, Rory, and Mal started this podcast years ago. Supposed to be three boys having fun, talking about music shit, and everyone started watching. They got a deal with Spotify. It was well known because they made all this money with these deals, and it started to become the leader of how podcasts and podcasters started to request money and own their stuff. Well, we all know how Joe Budden's personality can be a little bit radical sometimes. And it's starting to affect the way that he does business with his friends. So we do know that a couple weeks ago, Rory and Mal had not been on the show. And supposedly, at that point, months ago, it was rumored to be about a new deal that was coming. Patreon has entered the building, and now a new deal is being, written up in regards to the three of them, the money, all of that stuff. They might have made up, maybe might not have made up. They came back on the pod 2 weeks ago to discuss everything that was going on. It was basically a matter of respect, bro code, money, and business with friends. It looked as if it got better. But today, we now learned that Joe went off on Rory and Mal. Particularly, it looks like his gun was aimed at Rory really badly because he started yelling and screaming and basically said to Rory, "Don't come back. You are in breach of your contract," which still is a little bit puzzling because I want to know exactly what was the contract and what is it that he breached. But basically, he told Rory, "Stay home. We don't need you no more." And then told Mal, "I'll dare you to say something." Basically telling him, "This is my ship. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Right? This is me."
Yeah, I heard that shit before.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. Right? So he basically, it seems as if from those of us that was watching it was three friends on a podcast and they were equally important to the podcast. But it now seems like it was the Joe Budden party and they was just employees. And a lot of people are iffy as to, is Joe Budden right or wrong? When you sign a contract dealing with business with your friends, do you read the contract all the way just to make sure nothing's happening? Or do you just join in because that's your friend and you figure, this is my boy. He's not going to do nothing wrong with me. But now years later, as new deals start to come, and Rory and Mal are starting to want to know more information about deals and how money gets distributed and who has the right to do what, Joe Budden is like, mind your business. This is me, and I don't have to tell y'all nothing. So I'll let you guys go one by one. Do you feel like when it comes to friends and business, which one matters more? And do you feel that the person who brings more to the table should be paid more and have more ownership? Because that's what Joe is saying. This is me. I'm the one that made the deals. I included y'all in the deals, but y'all shouldn't be making more than me, and you shouldn't have more say than I do, which is the reason why I can fire you. So let's discuss that, fellas. What y'all think?
I think, you know what? We probably should table that one.
Yeah, table that.
Until we get into the until we actually get in the actual pod, the
icebreaker right now.
But that is an excellent. That's an excellent topic for when we start. When we start the main topic.
We'll start the main topic. Mark, you got something?
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. My favorite saying. Y'all should already know it. Back to the streets. And guess what? This time my young bull got thrown back to the streets, but he ain't know. Now he's 17, so he's getting his feet wet in this game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna set this up for y'all, right? Chick asked him to come over, right? Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't like, like a couple days before. It was like right on the spot, like, yo, can you come through? My mom ain't home. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this and that, right? My man rushes over there, right? Gets in the Uber, guns over there quick. He think he gonna chill, right? So he do his thing, and then 45 minutes later, you know what I mean? For he out the door, he called me, right? He like, OG, yo, can you call me an Uber? Y'all mean for to get back? All right, cool, whatever, right? So I'm talking to him, and he was just like, yeah, man, chick asked me to come over, but then 45 minutes later, I'm out. But she said her mom in New York, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to see a show. I was like, dude, she said her mom in New York to see a show on the weekend. It's Saturday, and she kicked you out 45 minutes later. Yeah. I was like, yo, listen. I was like, all she wanted you to do was do that and then get rid of you. You know what I mean? You the side bull. You ain't the main bull. You know what I'm saying? She sent you back to the streets. Like, for real.
Okay.
I was like, listen, it went on her time, right? I like she told you, Yami, for that her mom, Yami, was in New York for the weekend. Who mom come home from New York on the weekend on a Saturday? Every mom come home from a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Nobody comes home on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I like, shoot, she just getting ready. She just dusted you off and then get ready for the main bull a couple hours after you left. I like, she threw you back to the streets, boy. That's just the way that game go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Mark.
Yo, for real. So he's like, yo, OG, like, that ever happened to you? I was like, oh, plenty of times. Trust me. You know what I mean? You know, like, all right, you done, we done. Back to the streets you go. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? But I was like, you gotta know your role. I was just like, listen, man. I'm like, yo, what are you hurt by that? You know what I mean? What do you expect her to sit by the phone waiting for you? You know, whatever. I'm like, nah. I like, listen, man gets his game from a woman, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? I like, she sent you back to the streets. You should be happy that you got some, and then you move on. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Hey,
like,
most,
you know?
Hey, yo, real talk though, Mark. I think most dudes don't give a damn about getting sent back to the streets as long as they get the yams.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, at that age, yeah, go ahead.
At that age, though, he's still learning. Like, he don't understand, you know what I mean, it's getting sent back to the streets thing. I'm like,
he don't know what just
get
happened.
sent back to the streets.
Hey, somebody say you can't be the main bull, or somebody else got to call you an Uber.
Hey, that's a damn good point, Dave.
Like,
hey,
like,
Dave, that's a good point. Hey, yo, Murph, I'm gonna go next because I don't know if it's a Kappa thing, but you just feel the need to go last to be the center of attention. Yes, I took a shot at your frat. Just him though. I like the Kappa. Hey, let's talk about this bullshit with this fucking gas that's going on. Yo,
Lord.
It's absolutely amazing to me how people pick and choose when they want to believe the government or the media and shit like that. So you got this pipeline. What's the name of this fucking pipeline that got shut down over some fucking ransomware? The Colonial Pipeline. I don't like the word colonial anyway for obvious reasons. Anyway, the Colonial Pipeline got shut down, got hacked, I guess, by the Russians or some shit like that. So, of course, right now, what people are doing is what people were doing this time last year with fucking toilet paper. I went to get some gas this morning because I'm about to go out of town tomorrow night, and there was a lady there getting gas, and she had this big ass fucking container putting gas in that shit as well. I wanted to kick her shit over, to be perfectly fucking honest with you, you know. But I didn't change. I'm a Christian now, so yeah. I wanted to hey yo, but real talk, I'm really trying to figure out. Like, I've seen a trunk with a bunch of gas in the back and shit like that. I'm like, I don't know. People know that it only takes a fucking spark, to get a fire going. I think that's a song too. It only takes a spark to get a fucking fire going. So if you're one of them jackasses that got all this gas that you holding in the trunk of your car, I hope a spark don't go off. But if the spark go off and you burn the fuck up, I understand. I ain't hoping that happened to you, but if it happens, I'd understand. Because it's not that serious. The pipeline went back up, I'd say, like 2 hours ago. So hopefully this shit was short-lived. Hopefully it'll be fixed by tomorrow. Because
a couple of days. It's a couple of days.
That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
It would have.
Did you see them putting gas in plastic bags?
I seen that. And I hope it spills and they burn the fuck up. That's just me though. But if you one of them people that's hoarding gas, you can go straight to hell. I just want you to know that right now. And
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It seems as though you tried to damn get a tryout for hell because one spark and your ass can be burning the fuck up. So I mean,
For real.
hey, it is what it is, man. Stop. Don't try to hoard gas. You got the Gas Buddy. Y'all got the Gas Buddy app. I'm on that bitch. It shows you which gas stations is out of gas. Like damn near every gas station within 3 miles of my house ain't had no fucking gas. So I mean. I hate people. I fucking hate people. I just want to go on record saying that. So
what's so crazy is they tell you about a threat of no more gas. So it makes everybody go out and get gas, and then guess what? There's no more gas.
Right.
So we being hoodwinked, but I went to get my gas though.
I don't know, you know what I mean? They said they paying truckers, you know what I mean, for real, like $15,000 a week, you know what I mean, for real to you know what I mean? For real, you know, to drive them gas trucks, them oil rigs.
Well, it's a shortage on all trucks.
Yeah.
It don't have to be a gas truck. You can be any. It's a shortage on truck drivers now.
Yeah.
In general.
I told my man, go get that money. I like, you got your CDL, boy. Go get that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Uber and like Postmates and all of those food delivery companies were giving their workers extra money today just for being able to deliver food to people because they couldn't leave their house.
I should have signed up this morning and retired tonight.
Right.
So that's the end of my little rant. Merv, what you got?
Hey, nigga, did you send Jay the link and tell him he could come on anytime? Make sure you do that, man.
And you couldn't do that. Why?
Nobody else know Jay?
You couldn't do that. Why?
Oh, I'm using my phone, nigga. I can't. You want me? I can do it now. I'm going.
Oh, you know what, man? I forgot you retarded, man. I got it.
You want me to do it? I can text the motherfucker, but y'all won't be able to see me.
Nah, you good, man.
Okay,
no, we want to see you, Merv. We want to see you.
Damn. So hey, world, what the fuck is wrong with Stacks tonight? This nigga been on all night, ain't it? First he came on, first went live, and nigga has back to y'all fixing the ice.
Why we want to
go first? And then after all that, this nigga said, I hope niggas burn the fuck up.
For the record, I said gas holders, not niggas.
Oh shit. Hey, so my icebreaker, y'all already know what Merv is about.
Oh,
I'm gonna bring you some old funny or some old ratchet or some old nigga shit. So, what the fuck is trending the last 24, 48 hours?
Oh shit.
One name. It's a fucking name.
No.
And it starts with a P.
Yeah, the Chicken Housewives.
And wait, hold up.
Portia.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. That was rhetorical. I don't need none of y'all niggas to answer my questions right now. This is me. This is my intro. This is my
damn.
Hey,
yeah, that's a long ass rhetorical, boy.
Well, and it starts with a P. And no, we're not talking about pussy. Hey, Ingrid, you motherfucking right. Let me tell you, you know how this motherfucking trending. I don't know what reality TV like that, but y'all forced me to see this shit. Y'all force-fed this shit on me.
I don't want it at all.
And we are talking about goddamn circles, right?
That whole story is crazy.
Portia Williams engaged to Estron's husband, a Real Housewife of Atlanta guest star.
That's
this nigga right here. Hey, this nigga on it. Hey, I tell you what, he got good taste. You can't knock the nigga for his taste now. The nigga got good taste. Those not the same people, by the way. In case y'all ain't know.
Whoa, hold on, wait, what? What the fuck just happened? Did I miss something?
Yeah, those ain't the same people, motherfucker.
Yeah, he got the new joint. Well,
he got a type though. He look like he got a type.
Yeah, he got a type. He got a type.
Well, shit. You know what I mean? Great,
Hey, listen. Hey, we're talking about motherfucking circles, all right? And this is why you gotta be careful who the fuck you allow in your circle. And when we talking about allowing your circle, if you're motherfucking married, your spouse is part of your motherfucking circle. So when you being careful about somebody being around your circle, it's not just your motherfucking friends, it's your motherfucking spouse too. Now,
motherfuckers going on right now.
They met on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. His last name, I Hey, how you pronounce that motherfucker last name? Ugaba? I pronounce that motherfucker last. I can't pronounce that motherfucker last name. But everybody watch reality TV know what the fuck I'm talking about. So him and his wife on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they met Portia.
It's Gubadia.
Gubadia.
He failed English.
And Miss Gubadia met Portia Williams on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they were supposed to be friends. That when they aired it, everybody saw them as friends. Now all of a sudden the Gudabias is divorced, and Portia is engaged to Mr. Gudabia.
Whoa,
Gubadia.
Hold the fuck up. Hold on.
Bread, though.
Hold on. Say that one more time. I'm gonna make sure I got that shit right. Cause I don't watch reality TV, so I'll make sure I got that shit right.
Yeah, the Gudabias, Mr. and Miss Gudabia.
Gubadia.
Oh,
Gubadia.
You know, how about this? Okay, all right.
Let's just call him Simon.
What?
Simon is his name. Let's just say Simon.
Simon.
You need a speech close to some shit.
All right, Simon. And what? Hey, how you pronounce the wife's name? Fallon.
Fallon.
Oh my god.
Fallon. Yeah.
I'm gonna get your ass some cue cards at this motherfucker next year, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
shit.
So Simon and Fallon are married, and they met Portia. Well, Simon, Fallon, and Portia are supposed to be all friends on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. So when you look at the show, they hang out together and shit like that. Supposed to be friends. All of a sudden, Simon and Fallon is divorced, and Simon
not yet though
is engaged, huh?
They not divorced yet. It's not final.
Oh yeah, I heard it's not finalized. Papers have been filed, and that's it. But before the ink dry, this nigga's engaged to the motherfucking lady that's on the same goddamn show that him and his strange wife was on, and now they engaged, and both of them talking about we just chose happiness. We don't want none of y'all negative energy around us. So we chose every night and every morning happiness. Okay? We want none of y'all negative energy. You just took her fucking. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Yo, the optics said you just took her goddamn husband. Now, but I tell you this: the husband can't be taken unless he let himself be took. So the nigga wanted to be kidnapped, and he ran away from his motherfucking wife or his strange wife.
Estranged, nigga. Estranged. Shit. Estranged. Motherfucker.
Yeah, hey, you right. Hey, that's some strange shit that's going on. Ain't don't get no stranger than that, boy.
Yo. Hey Tina, I got Tina in the background. Tina, I'll let you get the comments, baby girl. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But she's right though. She's right. Hey, and once we discuss that, we'll get into it. She's right.
That's the motherfucking key right now, yo. They let wasn't that? Oh, Fallon let Portia in her circle, and Portia snatched Simon out the circle, and it squared the fuck up.
Well, supposedly, so the backstory to that is Portia. So the story is that Simon and Dennis were friends. This is how it was presented to us on Housewives. Simon and Dennis were friends. So because they're friends, you know, it makes sense for their wives to be friends or whoever they're dating to be friends. So Fallon,
tell people who Dennis is. Who's Dennis?
Dennis is Portia's baby daddy.
Exactly. Did y'all hear that? Dennis is Portia's baby daddy. I hate baby daddy.
Ex-fiance. Portia and Dennis were engaged. So, and then Simon and Fallon are married. So the way that it was presented is that Simon and Dennis were introduced their women to each other. So that's how Fallon supposedly got on the show. So if you watch any other outtakes, like Speak on It from Candy, you see that Fallon says she was actually not brought on the show through Portia. Portia and Fallon did not originally know each other. She came on the show, and that was the storyline, that Fallon was going to look like she was coming on the show through Portia as a friend because their two men were friends, but they don't really know each other like that. However, when Fallon came on the show, there's a couple scenes with Portia swimming in her pool at her house, chilling, because I watch Housewives. Fallon
That
had
look-
We know
that
shit.
look like
I
friend shit to me.
you but damn, you about to run down the whole damn show, ain't you?
That look like
Fallon,
friend shit to
yeah,
me.
because you got to understand why people have so many different views towards it.
Yeah,
So
I said on the show they're pair of friends. They're on the
yeah,
show they're presented as friends.
God
Fallon
damn.
had a Halloween party that Portia was with. They all went to a trip.
Mhm.
They all was there. Fallon stayed with her husband in another house. So it looks as if they were in the same circle, but they were not actually friends in real life.
Hey, yeah, you're right. But guess what? Guess what? She was still allowed. She was still was allowed in the circle. She might not have been invited. She might not have been invited into the circle. But when you got motherfuckers swimming in your pool and your spouse is there and shit like that, oh, you've been around. You've been allowed to come into the circle.
Right, I agree with that.
So
They
yeah,
may not have been friends in real life, but because they were filming the show together, there's some kind of rapport or some kind of relationship established, even if they're not
Exactly.
super friends.
exactly.
You still, even if it's a coworker that you happen to work with often, because let's just say that that's all they are.
Yeah, this coworker. It's still fucked up. That's still how motherfuckers temper flare. That's still how motherfuckers temper flare. You goddamn coworker comes from your pool. Next thing you know, she's fucking your husband.
Well.
Well.
You
Hey, yo.
understand? I
Hey,
could not. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Merv, I
well,
want to go.
That's my icebreaker.
Merv, I want to go back to something that you said when you said that negative energy. Here's what I hate about that term. It's a good term because a lot of people have negative energy, but a lot of people use that shit when they don't want to be held accountable for shit. They don't want to be held to task. I don't need that negative energy in my life. Yo, fuck that. You fucked up, and we gonna tell you fucked up. Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
You
So
gotta call it
if you're out there and you're one of those people that you do some fucked up shit and then you premise it, you don't got no explanation, you go and say, you know what, I don't need that negative energy. I'm just doing me. I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing me. Y'all don't need to be worried about me. No, motherfucker, you being called a fucking task. Because that shit sound, just like Dave said earlier, that shit sound like a fucking misguided orgy or some shit like that, man. That shit sound like to me. That y'all show this shit don't turn into an orgy or some regular TV or some shit like that. I mean, this shit sound real fucked up to me.
Well, they think that it's a storyline, that they're doing it for a storyline because Portia,
it will be a storyline.
when she posted that they're engaged, so she said, I know, and she started off her story with, I know the optics look bad. So she already led with, I know what y'all gonna say. It looks bad. However, me and Fallon are not friends, and me and Simon have only been together for a month.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Mind you, she's engaged.
That's her explanation.
Simon,
Yeah.
who she's been with a month, and
Yeah, you said a month, right?
And mentioned that Simon and her baby daddy, ex-fiance Dennis, have agreed to be cordial with each other and help co-parent PJ, their daughter.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Becca? They've been public for a month, but they've been exchanging bodily fluids between their pubicness for longer than that.
Pubicness, that's a new word.
Well, the word is that she's pregnant.
Let me write that shit down.
The word is that she's pregnant and hiding her pregnancy. So this is like a prelude to that she'll later come out saying that she's pregnant.
Niggas don't get engaged after a month. Okay, now if the Real Housewives of Atlanta were full of white people, I might believe that shit. But it's not niggas, and niggas don't get married after a motherfucking month. So if you engaged after a fucking month, they've been fucking for months. You feel me?
Yeah, I just think that even though Fallon and Portia were not friends in real life, I think Portia did kind of.
Portia and Dennis haven't been.
I'm
together
sorry,
in over
Portia.
A year.
Portia,
see that?
Yeah, Portia and Dennis, they've been over a while ago. So the issue is not like she's cheating on Dennis with Simon.
Oh.
I mean, that's not it.
Yeah.
The issue is Fallon and Fallon and Simon are still legally married.
It's about that triangle. It's a triangle. I thought it was a square, but it's not a square. It's a goddamn triangle.
No.
She trying to get that bread, yo. That's it.
Oh yeah,
she trying to get that
money.
bread.
And here's the other
It
thing.
might be Bolos, baby.
The nigga's 56 and she's 31.
Portia, she's young. Portia is young.
31, but Simon is 53 and she's 31.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now how old he is.
But he got bread, so it don't matter. He got
Simon
bread.
is 56.
Trust me.
Yeah, 50. Damn, yeah, 56. That's the first time. Yeah,
Fallon is 31.
56 and 31.
And let me see how old Portia Williams
Hey, yeah,
age.
she trying to get that. She trying to get that retirement money.
No, yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly
Shoot,
what
the
that
boy
is.
got bread. Like, oh,
Portia
man.
is 39.
You said
Portia's
boys who?
older.
No, how old's the dude? He 50 what?
56.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, she just like, listen, he got bread and I need it. You know what I mean?
That's all that is.
Trust me. I mean, I just seen this story played out plenty of times.
So
Yeah, Simon is reportedly worth $40 million.
Yeah, he got bread.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
You
yeah, of course. Hold on, time out. First of all, when y'all saw this motherfucking picture right here, y'all should have known the nigga was a fucking multimillionaire. This nigga ain't no fucking looker. That's one. And he's getting these fucking baddies right here. When I saw his picture, I knew that nigga had an ass of money. Because if the nigga was goddamn, if he was a $50,000 a year nigga, neither one of them goddamn be on his ass. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But this is a great.
So,
What?
fellas, let me ask y'all a question after you finish, Merv. Go ahead.
No, Portia's 31, Nicole.
Portia's 39. Fallon is 31.
I thought Fallon was 39.
Fallon is
31.
31.
Huh?
Fallon is 31. Portia is 39. Simon
You
is
sure
56.
ain't opposite?
Yeah, I'm sure. I looked it up.
How the fuck do y'all keep up with all this bullshit? Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Shit making my head hurt.
Hey, so that's the icebreaker, but we did icebreakers based off the topic. So this is a good segue to get into the motherfucking topic, and we're gonna bring this shit back up. Stack. Now you can go and let's go ahead and segue into the goddamn topic of coded circles. So it was your title. So tell them what coded circles mean. Why you talk about coded circles? And as we break into the jealousy and friends and bro code and sis code, go ahead, Stacks. If you on the spotlight, nigga, go.
I like to start by saying before we get into the topic, Murph, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, I mean, like, let's talk about that first. So before we get to the topic, who the fuck do you think you are right now? Like seriously. Hey, I don't know if it's Sean's absent tonight, but you feeling yourself a little bit too much tonight, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I will offer this up again, nigga. Text me your location, man. Lord knows we can get it on.
Send me your location.
Anyway, Coded Circles is the title for tonight's show, main topic, and came up with the title Coded Circles because it's a play on words. You have bro codes and you have girl codes, I would imagine, right, Becky? Y'all got codes and shit like that.
Absolutely.
And you have people typically have a dynamic of characteristics for an individual that they allow in their circle are typically circles that birds of a feather type shit, you know. So basically what I would like to get into tonight is, you know, what everybody's circle look like and what are your codes as far as when you dealing with people that you consider friends, and what would take somebody out of your circle, what would bring somebody into your circle, and things of that nature. I'll give a brief synopsis. I consider myself a man of high character. Murph, shut the fuck up before you say anything. And only people that I really fucks with heavy, they have to be a man of character, high ordeals, goal oriented, somebody that's equally yoked. Well, Murph is clearly the exception because that's my homeboy, but I mean, that's just a synopsis. I mean, you can't be. I don't do lying. You don't lie to your friends. I don't do no falsehoods, no capping and shit like that. You just keep it 100. And me personally, I want somebody that's in my circle that's able to pull my fucking coattail when I'm fucking up. I don't need no yes men or people that tell. If I'm totally and utterly fucked up, I need somebody. And Merv has done it before. My little brother has done it before. What else? I'll be like, yo, you need to fix that. You need to do this, versus that. And somebody in your circle got to be somebody that you can depend on through thick and thin. Somebody that's going to help you hide the bodies if it comes to that. Somebody that's going to be able to give you sound and logical advice. not acting off of something that's going to benefit you. You know, so that's my brief synopsis as far as you know, circles and shit like that. We're gonna deep dive into different aspects of this topic. So let me go to Rebecca first. Remember, probably kill me if I go to Mark first, since Rebecca's a lady.
No, we already started. Yeah, we already started. So we go everybody.
So
I had a story for why you kick a motherfucker out the circle.
Gotcha. So Becca, the floor is yours, cousin. Talk to him.
For me, the main thing to be in my circle, you have to have some integrity. You have to be, first of all, I like funny. I like to joke and laugh. So you have to be a good time. You have to be fun to be in the circle. But as far as just staying in the circle, you got to have integrity. You got to be honest. You have to be able to be held accountable. That is mainly important, because some people be like, oh no, you know, not me. And they always like to blame everyone else for the way that they behave. Accountability is really important. For me, what gets you out of my circle is being vindictive, sneaky, and lying. That is the main thing. I cannot stand when people be fronting. There is no future in fronting.
Yes,
just be yourself. I'm not the type of friend that has to know all your business or be everywhere you be. We don't have to have all the exact same friends, but just don't be funny style. If I have to question the way you move, if I have to look at you funny or think that maybe you just not as authentic or genuine as I think you are or you appear to be, I'ma just stare back, and eventually time is gonna get you out of my circle anyway. So that's the for me, that is the main thing. If I feel funny around you, you can't be in my circle.
Mark,
your circle.
Shoot, death before dishonor. You know what I mean? That is that simple. Like, you know, I demand, you know what I mean, you be honorable. Period. You know what I'm saying? We can't roll, we can't do nothing if you don't carry yourself with some honor. You know what I'm saying? That means stand tall, stand for your people, don't snitch. That means all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Tazon.
I say like this, you know, what Stack said earlier about a yes man. I'm like, I don't think me and any of my friends could do that, because we clown each other all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if one of us, you know, became like a big ass superstar or whatever, we gonna clown you on the camera in front of everybody. I mean, because that's just what we do anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, my man, he come out, you know what I mean? Like, I just give you an example. Like, yo, we about to roll out or whatever, right? Yeah, I mean, he asked me just like, yo, man, how I look? I'm cool. No, you look like a clown, boy. You know what I'm saying?
look like a fucking goofy.
I like the shirt not working. You know what I mean? Your Jordans don't match. The shit is all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, I don't know what you pulling tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're going to have to stand in front of your car all night, because if you leave your car, I don't think you pulling nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? You know, it don't matter who you are. We clowning, but it's still, like I said, it's honorable, because with us, we can actually go to each other mama house and get a plate, and you don't have to be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just real shit. You know what I mean? For real, you know, when you in good with mama and all them, and I'll just be at the crib, you know, my man, he walked in, like, what you doing here? I was like, shit, mama was cooking. You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna stop by.
That's Merv. That's literally Merv every time you come to my mother's house, bro. Yeah. Like every single time. And she'll tell him, you go in the refrigerator, aren't you? Like, I ain't cook shit, Merv. Fuck.
Yeah, you know, so I'm just like, man, like, to me, you have to keep it, you know, 100 with your friends, and your friends have to keep it 100 with you. Now, as far as advice, relationship advice, I only go to my brother. He's the only man that actually makes sense. All my friends, you know, because they give the same advice, and a lot of them ain't shit when it comes to that. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't go to them like, oh man, me and this girl, like, I like her, man, you know, I don't know, man, we just in a weird space. Oh man, fuck that shit, man. Look, we gonna slide down the AC ball. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some Johns there. You know what I mean? They got this concert going on. We gonna be at the casino. That's what we doing. I don't even know why you thinking about that, bro. You know what I mean? Because this is what we doing over here. We gonna just do our shit. So that's the advice I get from a lot of my friends. So I just bypass them on the relationship shit and go straight to my brother because he's the only man that I talk to who really makes sense about some shit. Now, when it comes to business and getting money, oh man, them guys talk like scholars. But when it comes to relationships and shit like that, yo, man, they've been saying the same shit for years. You know, I just had to tune them out after a while because I'm just like, man, I'm letting these niggas fuck my shit up. You know what I'm saying? She was actually cool, man, but I listen to these goofballs. You know what I'm saying? I started talking to my brother after that. You know what I'm saying? So even when they ask me about a chick, yo, what's up with her? Nothing. You know what I mean? You don't need to know, and I don't want your advice.
Yo,
You know?
before I hand it over to Merv, I need to let y'all know something about this motherfucker, man. If Merv fuck with you and then he stop fucking with you,
You deserve it.
you're pretty much y'all remember when Thanos snapped and motherfuckers disappear? This nigga will. It could be Mark. It could be me, you, and another motherfucker Merv don't fuck with. Merv is literally going to act like that motherfucker is not fucking in the bill. Like he's like he thin air out this bitch. hey, but the thing is, Mark. I know people do that, but Merv is the master at doing that shit. I'm like, this nigga's the truth. Like he's good at he is really good at fucking not acknowledging the motherfucker's existence. Go ahead, Merv.
Yo, you better than me, man.
Yo, this motherfucker's the truth, yo.
You better than me, because I'm gonna call a bitch ass nigga to his face. Like, why the fuck this bitch ass nigga here? He right there, yeah. Him right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a skill.
Go ahead, Merv.
Yo, can y'all still hear me good?
Yes, motherfucker.
Nigga, I'm just making sure. Shit. Hey, so my circle, man, is like I need a circle where iron sharp as iron. That's the kind of circle that I need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody brings something to the table where everybody is elevating other people. You know what I mean? Like the circle I got where if I need help with anything, I don't have to reach out my circle. Anything that I need help with, or I need something to fix, or like maybe cars or computer, or let's say I get in some motherfucking trouble.
Yeah.
Any situation I get into, I can actually call at least one person in my circle to goddamn help me out that situation. Yeah. Also, same thing y'all said. I don't want to say the same shit that y'all said, but that's why I said main thing is iron sharp iron. But yeah, you know, somebody I could trust. Somebody that's goddamn no snakes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to cut the grass every goddamn week to see if your ass about to snake me. You know what I'm saying? Once I see I cut the grass and I see you a fucking snake, oh your ass is goddamn taking the hole and then cutting your fucking neck off, and then you out. So yeah, I gotta be in a circle of iron sharp as iron to go along with everything that everybody else has said so far.
Well,
one thing for me too, I watch how they treat their other friends. I watch how they maneuver and move with their other friends. If they do it to them, they'll do it to me. So although their friendship is none of my business because I have my own relationship with that person, I'm still observant enough to see how you are with other people and how you move in certain situations. And I just know that you have the capability of doing it to me. You may not have done it to me at that point, but you are capable of doing it. So I keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this,
Hey, you right. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you one of the crazy shit about me, right? Like with my circle, somebody can fuck over one of my niggas in my circle, and I'll fuck around and be more shitting than they are. They'll get over it before I will. Like we had an incident in my circle where this nigga right here, and this is the bruh code. You know what I'm saying? One of the major bruh codes and line you don't fucking cross is within your circle of niggas, their significant others, or even past significant others, you know what motherfucking woman that nigga in your circle cared about. You know what I'm saying? Even if they didn't have that fucking official title, you know who the fuck they cared about. So you know who the fuck is off limits. If you can't tell, you don't need to be in the goddamn circle because you're not in tune with us any motherfucking way.
Yeah.
So we
Like
had
Simon
incidents
and
where
Dennis switching women.
I mean, I never understand that shit personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that hasn't happened. You know what I mean? For real, with my friends, you know, in terms of like it might have been a chick that I was dealing with strong, and then you know what I mean, we stopped dealing. Then one of my homies tried to pick up on it or whatever. Like, you know, but I've heard, you know, that happen to people. You know what I mean? Like, that's your mans. How you do your mans like that, right? And I'm just like, yo, I'll be telling boys, I'm like, listen, there's so many chicks out here. You don't got to do no goofy shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
Mark.
And why would you cut your man down like that? I don't care if you stop dealing with her. You don't do no best man. You know what I mean? Yo, I slept with your chick. You know what I mean? For her and all that. Nah, you don't do no goofy shit like that, man. No. You know what I mean?
Shit. Hey, Mark, you said past tense. We had a motherfucker be bold and try to damn get friendly with the current significant other.
Nah, that's when you meet me outside.
Yeah. Oh, no. Hey, yeah. No, I had to talk the nigga. I had to talk the nigga out of goddamn going to jail. You know, but I ejected the nigga from the group. You know what I'm saying? He got ejected. Nobody was fucking with him. And so like years later,
got banished.
So the nigga he pulled the shit off with, like years later, he forgave him a little bit, but he would speak to him when he saw him, right? And supposedly he got a little sick or whatnot. Nothing life threatening, but he got a little sick and shit. And when we see him, he would actually he would speak, keep it cordial and keep it moving. When I saw the motherfucker, the nigga he's a ghost to me. And shit, the nigga that had it done to him was telling me like, "Hey man, let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? You can speak to that nigga." I like, man, let me tell you, if that nigga would do that shit to you, then that nigga would do that shit to me.
Absolutely.
So fuck him, and I'm good on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say like this: if one of my homies say, you know what I'm saying, yo, Mark, you let that go, right? It's not like I gotta be cool with the person, but it's like, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna harbor no animosity because my man's, you know what I mean, for real, you know, spoke on the situation. And that situation happened, you know what I mean? I had got a fight with a bull in Miami because of, you know what I mean, my man's dirty on some shit. And then I come all the way back to Philly and the story's already out. You know what I'm saying? And my man was just like, yo, you gotta let that go. And that was his situation. That wasn't mine. I just ain't like the way the situation went down. But my man went to jail behind that shit. So, you know what I mean? Bro, I seen him. I just hit him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wasn't cool. But my man said, yo, Mark, you gotta let that go. You can't, you know what I mean, just run up on bull because the situation ain't involved you. You know, it's like other things about that situation you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And when he explained it to me, I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You know, so it's kind of like, you know, it's like a situation, you know what I mean? I think, you know, a few guys probably have been in this where, you know what I mean, your sister or your favorite female cousin or whatever dating a bull, the bull put his hands on it and then you fuck him up. But then she back with him, you know what I'm saying? You know, like,
and then you look stupid,
you know what
taking
I mean?
up for him.
It was like, damn, I just jumped in this shit for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't mad at her, but you don't know the whole situation, how it broke down and why everything transpired. I mean, not that I agree with him hitting my, you know what I mean, hitting my peoples or whatever, but you don't know the whole story. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been a part of that situation too. Just sometimes before you run up on a bull, sometimes you should know the situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's your peoples, and I mean, you got love for them, but you know what I'm saying? Before you like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm gonna run down on him, just, you know what I mean, know the situation first. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because then you end up looking foolish, like Shekinah and Tiny. That situation. Shekinah look dumb right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Becca, I got quite a bit of homegirls, right? And like a lot of my homegirls, they got more male friends. You know, like not male friends for like fucking or anything like that. As far as like if they want to hang out, or if they got like when they say they friends or they homies, is more guys than females. and they say they don't. It's like the majority of my homegirls, like they just don't fuck with a lot of women because they don't feel like either they could trust them or they're petty. You drink a liquor out of wine glass.
That's
Nigga,
Mr.
be
Lee,
professional. Stay on task, nigga.
this is
Multitask.
no.
Pay
I want to stay on
attention.
task. I'm stay on task while I'm addressing this shit. No, I'm not drinking Hennessy. I'm not drinking Remy Martin. I'm not drinking goddamn brandy or
What is that?
bourbon. I'm drink. This is margarita glass. All right. Now, if you look at the motherfucker right there, hold up. That
Oh,
says
margarita.
margarita. So, margarita glass, margarita. 1 + 1, 2. So,
Fish you saying, Merv.
All right, go ahead, Merv.
all right, my bad. So, Becca. So, does the same apply to you? Like, because supposedly it's like women don't really trust women, and from seeing that the story that we talked about earlier with the Real Housewives, I can see why not. But like a lot of women that I know, they don't have a lot of women friends. Maybe two at the most, kind of
You
shit.
know who that is.
Definitely, Sean.
Well, see, for me, whenever this subject comes up, I always tell people that I can't relate. I think otherwise. I've grown up having male friends that were really good. Like from high school, I have male friends that I've known for almost 30 years. One of my male friends did something for me at my wedding. So I understand the situation where women say they can't have other women around their men because they don't trust them. But I do have males that I know that I can trust, and I have women that I know, especially my best friend. I've known her for almost 30 years as well, that I trust. So the women that I bring around my husband, I do trust. I don't have a lot of issues with women because my circle is small. So the women that have been around my husband, I trust, and I know that they won't try anything with my husband. And plus, my husband don't like nobody anyway. So he'll give you the straight face and be like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. So they won't even want to approach him anyway. They won't even want to try him. He already got that face like, don't come talk to me. So they won't. And
So he got the resting bitch face.
He has a resting I'll fuck you up face. Yes.
Hey, Murphy, it's hard to read. You hard to read in the motherfucker now.
Absolutely. But then once you dab him up and y'all cool, then everything is different. So I understand why women don't want certain women around their men, boyfriends, somebody that they're dating, a smashing past, or actual husband. I understand that because just like the Fallon and Portia situation, you don't know who you bringing around your man. Next thing you know, there she go. But she can't be with your man if your man ain't want to be with her. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But as far as the girl code,
Yeah.
there are certain limits to that. So there are certain, when you know there's a female, you know, with a certain characteristic. She either too friendly or she act a certain way when she drunk or whatever the case may be. You know not to bring her around because you don't want any possible situation to go down. And I don't even mean that she may just end up being with your man. But if your man is the type that don't give a fuck, he may just do something to your female friend and be like, yo, I told Shorty leave me alone. She kept on, yo, bitch, get the fuck out my face. And next thing you know, your female friend and your man is arguing. That ain't cool either. So you do gotta watch who you bring, women, who you bring around your man. Same thing with men. You gotta realize what dudes you bring around your chick. Just because it's not that you and your spouse or your particular relationship who you with have an issue, but sometimes people just don't know how to behave, and then now you gotta come out of pocket, and now everybody gotta get bail money. It just don't work out well.
Beck, you ever had a sister code fucked up? Anybody in your circle ever?
No.
Never? You never had to deal with that?
At the age of 40, I have never had to approach a chick about any man that I've been with. Never.
So what about other girl codes? You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you a secret, they ain't supposed to leave here. Then next thing you know, 3 other females or other women or like the shit that you thought was supposed to be between you and your homegirl. Now that shit is out there. You never had that either?
I'm telling y'all, I can't relate. No, because I have my best friend Raven. She's in the comments. She'll tell you, me and her have been like this since the day we've met. We've never argued. We've never had an issue with men. We've never had to worry about our secrets being exposed. Never. And
Does
I've known
she-
her.
Does
I've
she-
known her since
I
I
gotta-
was 14.
I got
So-
a question though, Rebecca. Does she get on your absolute ever loving fucking nerves sometimes, man? Or like just
No.
piss you off beyond the highest level of pistivity, man? I mean, because that
No.
shit does happen. Oh, you know what? Let me
No,
let
and
me
this is the
get
reason
myself
why
back.
this conversation is weird for me to even have, because people don't believe me when I say that. But no, me and my best friend have never had that issue. It's never been to the point where I can't stand you, don't talk to me, F you, B, stop calling me. And then a few months later, I miss you, I love you, I'm so sorry. Like, we've never had that situation. We've been
That
friends for
sounds
almost 30
crazy.
years. I'm telling
Damn,
you.
for real? Not even like, nigga, fuck you.
No,
And then y'all good the next morning?
no,
Damn.
no.
Y'all some different kind of
Very-
women.
You got a really good best friend. I envy you. You know, because
Listen,
I mean
you
that
said-
shit hard to come by, man. Because you know,
Never an argument, which is the reason why I say when I deal with female friends, I use Raven White as my prototype, and most have never been able to come close.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I got a very tight circle, and I trust them niggas. But all the niggas done been very shit with me at least once.
at least just once.
I said at least, nigga. At least
you do-
once.
what you do to Merv,
Everybody in my
Stacks?
circle done been shit with me. Everybody,
Well, you know, I'm
they
just saying
just
this.
cursed me the straight the fuck out.
Hmm.
Sean, you can relate, right? I know.
He said once.
Hey.
I thought he said once a week.
Yeah, this nigga pisses me off like 5 or 6 times a day, daily.
A day.
I think he does it on purpose. I think that's why he does it. I think that's what he's here for, to make my life a living hell.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
let's be honest.
even the one who's coming to now, my homegirl Angie, me and her have actually done business together, and still it's never been like, I can't stand you, get out of here. You know, you do. Sometimes with women, we especially women who have, you know, strong personalities, there may be a disagreement, but every disagreement is not an argument. So sometimes you just working through a disagreement that you may have, but it doesn't mean that the relationship has failed. It doesn't mean that you hate her and you wish that she die. None of that stuff. So really, this is why you gotta give people a chance to be your friends, and you cannot call everybody your friend, even if you don't speak to them every day. You cannot call everybody your friend, and everybody cannot be in your circle. I have been blessed to not have issues with females, and really not even issues with men. So when I say that I have some solid people, that I know some good people in my life, I say that without stuttering, because I know that to be true. However, I am often the mutual friend of 2 of my people that don't like each other. So being the mutual friend is difficult, because they each may think you're talking to the other person about them. But people that know me know that I'm a vault. So what you tell me don't really go nowhere. So but I've been proven to be trustworthy. So that's not an issue for me either.
I'm gonna tell
So
you
how many?
like this.
So I got a question for everybody. How many y'all got at least one person that y'all got like, for example, I can goddamn, like, where you basically got your own fucking language between your friends and shit, where you can be able to speak and nobody understand what y'all saying. Like y'all need to damn say some shit, and maybe around some people, but where only y'all understand.
Your own language, yeah.
Yeah, y'all got that shit too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I mean that just happens, you know. The only thing, you know, that I, you know, that I would, you know, I don't like though, is that some of my friends, some places I can't take them with. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I'm like, man, because I'm like, yo, they just with this shit all day long. So I just like, yo, so I'll be like, yo, I'm going to this thing in New York or whatever. You know what I mean? This little, whatever. Yo, man, you know what I mean? New York, that sound all right. I like, this ain't for you though, man. You know what I mean? You gonna be, yeah, you too wild for this joint. You know what I mean? I take you to hood spot though, but You too wild for this. You know what I mean?
Mark,
I can't do
Mark,
it.
I see where you're getting at, and I'd like to piggyback off of that because I've been blessed. I was in the military for 20 years, so a lot of my real cool dudes that I've considered in my circle, they scattered throughout the United States.
Mm.
You know, being in the military. Fortunately, through 20 years of military service, me and Merv been always tight, and through that, I've met some really good brothers through Merv, and they invited me into their circle. Phenomenal men, iron sharpen iron type shit. I don't know how Merv in particular found these brothers, but that's how, I mean, literally everybody this guy has introduced me to. I mean, I know the viewers, I know you cannot believe this. I know this is like breaking news, but literally everybody this nigga has introduced me to ended up being a stand-up pro ass motherfucker, man. And we're cool so much so I wish Jay came on here. Like Merv has introduced me to people, and we've gone out. Me and this individual going out. We party and shit like this. Matter of fact, I got a funny story. Me and the homie Jay. I met him through Merv. He's Merv's college, best friend since college, right, Merv? So I met him. We automatically clicked and we started hanging out and shit like that. Merv was at work one day, man. We out there chilling and drinking in the middle of the day because we didn't have to work. And of course, you know, like Mark said, we always clown in our circles. We call this motherfucker and told him exactly what we was doing because we know he was at work and we know he couldn't get away. That motherfucker said, yeah, okay, I see. Hey, yo, I'm glad y'all having a good time. You know what? By the way, fuck both of y'all. Have a day. And that's what every single with all these men I've met through him.
Yeah,
I trust them and I'm totally cool. Like if Merv is the type of friend, like if he's co-signing somebody, I'm no question say less. If this motherfucker, if you're saying this motherfucker cool,
yeah,
he cool.
Yeah.
And that's real important because you do have those friends that you might have grown up with, you know, and you can't, like you say, Mark, you can't bring them around every situation. You can't bring them around everybody. Yeah. You know, you just simply can't. And I got mad love for them niggas. Yeah. But you can't bring, because like Mark, to your point, I got niggas I grew up with. If I bring them around, you know, niggas that's in my circle today, it's gonna be a fight, not between the niggas in the circle, but they gonna start some shit. They go like if they see somebody looking at somebody, hey man, he looking at you, man. I know I only met you 5 minutes ago, but man, let's go body this one. Whoa, fuck up, man. I mean, chill. You ain't been in the hood. We have to fuck off. What are you talking about?
Some people you actually gotta give a pep talk to because, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you'll come get them. Like, yo, we gonna shoot this cookout. Like, yo, I need to bring my gun. Like, no, like, nah.
In that type of time.
I mean? It's like a family joint. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over and eat. They got some good drinks over there. We just gonna kick back.
Hey, Mark, Mark, you got hey, Mark, that's that hood nigga that done did a couple of bids, and he gonna ask you, hey, you going to cook? Hey, we got beef? We got beef there? That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
We got beef?
Keep that friend around, though.
Whoa.
That friend will
you know.
clutch. So, you keep that friend around.
But you can't bring him around everybody. You just can't.
Yeah,
not around everybody.
But, you know, I mean, I'm glad that he asked. But we cool. You know, we going in the burbs, nigga. Like,
it's a picnic.
Like,
hamburgers.
Chilling, you know what I mean? You know,
kids gonna be out that motherfucker.
Yeah, you know. So it's kind of like, but I mean, I appreciate him for asking, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, not for this. You know what I'm saying?
That's the friend you pull out when needed. That's the friend that you pull out when time comes.
Real quick, I want to welcome the brother Sean to the panel, man. We were speaking in praises for the last hour before you came on there, man. We was really uplifting your name and all that shit.
Yeah, man.
Right.
We was missing your presence.
We appreciate.
We can't wait till our other brother come on.
Yeah, man.
And complete the cycle.
Man. I'm happy.
We're glad you're on, man. Hey, this is a good brother, y'all. Hey, this nigga Sean,
real good dude, man.
He makes the podcast go.
Yeah,
we're glad to have you on now. Now we full throttle. Now we put our foot on the gas, and we Wakanda, bitch. Wakanda, bitch.
Look, Sean, you got something for us, man? My black brother, man. What you got for us, man?
Backstage, like, yo, man, this wrap up gonna be epic. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
coming.
exactly
You
what
know
he's
it's coming.
thinking.
You know it's coming.
Yo,
You know it's coming.
I got pics. I'm gonna put all of y'all on the Summer Jam screen.
Hey, you bigger than that. You bigger than that, bro. We
I'm
talking
not.
about
I am
You
not.
He's really
better
not.
than that. You better than that, though.
I'm not.
Yeah, he's really not.
I am not. No. Yeah, y'all gonna get it. Shit, y'all gonna get it. Good grief. Oh, y'all gonna get it. My Wiz text me. She was like, "Yo, you need to hear this."
Oh man, Ingrid told on us.
I tried to stop it, man, but Merv and Mark wasn't having it, man. I tried to stop them niggas, man. I really did try, man. I got, I always got your back. If nobody else got it. Now them niggas Merv and Mark, man, it was coming for your fucking head, man. Like for 30 minutes, man.
I didn't do nothing.
You're talking about circles and friends, and
Ain't no love in the city.
Nah, man. So the only thing I can say, I like to, I hear everybody talking about the circle. I don't have a circle. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a huge network. I have a strong network, but I don't have a circle per se. My network is flawless, and I say that because I got people that actually really care for me, but they're not in that circle. And I want to explain how that works for me. I give a lot. I give a lot, and I mean I'm friends with someone. I give a lot to people. I have a soft heart for people, where I sometimes overexert that passion in people, and I don't get it in return. I don't get it all the time in return. It's not reciprocated, and I had to learn over years to understand that and accept that. But my circle is really small in comparison to what you all are giving examples. But I have a large network. My network consists of those who serve with me from the military, those who really, I can tell you right now, would take a bullet for me, and I would the same for them because it's genuine. It's like to the point where we cannot talk for years. And if we finally connect, it's like we picked up off the last conversation we had. That's the type of love, and it's genuine. But they don't have to be in that circle, because being in that circle, you're talking every day, you're sharing, different things or what have you, or your frequency of conversation is high. But my network, our frequency of conversation may be every blue moon, but I know at the end of the day, if I call them, they got me. If they call me, I got them. And I think that's different, because one thing about having a circle, in my opinion, it's one of those things where you got to be really, really careful, because you can have poison inside your circle and you won't even know it until it's too late. You can have people have ulterior motives, and you're thinking that you're sharing your life with them this whole time y'all growing up. You're sharing everything with them, and they start creating a resentment towards you because they're silently competing against you. And I saw that happen a lot. You know what I mean? I had a friend of mine. He was my best friend. We're like brothers, and I didn't know this whole time. On the low, he was competing with me. You know what I mean? He was like, saying, "Yo, if you could be a recruiter, I can be a recruiter," type of thing. And his wife was like, really, hyping him up, like, "Yeah, Sean can do that. You can do that. Like, you good as him, or you better than him, right?" And all this time, I didn't even know Son was like competing with me because I was running my own race. You know what I mean? It was like he thought that me going to boot camp. I remember niggas were laughing, like, "You going to the Marine Corps? You about to come out crazy? I'm about to go work at this plant." You know what I mean? They went to work at the plant. I went in the Marine Corps, and a couple of years later, I got my degree. I was able to do what I wanted to do, and we living lovely. And now they're trying to go back in the military 20 years later. You feel me? So I say that because I had people that was in my circle, they were poison, and I cut off the fat from the meat and started leaning everything out and created a bigger network, a network that I have to bring inside of my circle. And that's why I wanted to share that with y'all, because I think y'all have some great points. And it's beautiful to have a circle of trust, a circle of friends, but you got to watch people, because they're sticking that knife in your back the whole time, and you may not even feel it until it's too late. You're like, "Damn, this mother got me." And I've heard too many times by so-called friends in my circle, and I got a guard up, and I would never let that happen again.
And what, too, Sean, to what you
feel
mentioned
you on that.
About like something that's also on the flyer that we posted about tonight's show was about the jealousy. Sometimes, you have situations, and I've seen it from the outside looking in, and I guess I can say I kind of sort of experienced it myself with just one person, but she wasn't part of my circle, just a acquaintance or a close friend. somebody I knew throughout the years. But sometimes the way your life is going versus how your friend's life is going, you have to really make sure that you are genuinely happy for your friend and what's happening in their life that may not be happening for you at that moment. That's when you know that somebody really is a true friend or really, really does care for you, because there'll be a time where, like, me and my best friend have been friends since we were 14. We're now 40. So throughout those years, people reach certain parts of their life. You know, you got to be able to be there for your friend. Somebody may have exceeded better than the other. And sometimes that jealousy or that competition that you mentioned, Sean, can seep in. And that's when you really know, okay, my person is really, like, my friend is really, really genuinely my friend. She's happy for me, even when I'm doing extremely well at this point in my life and she's not. There's no jealousy. She's not trying to rain on my parade. This person is not trying to shit on what I think is an accomplishment. Like, oh, you just got a degree. A degree don't even matter. You can do whatever you want without a degree. Oh, you married. Oh, you only been married 15 minutes. It don't matter. You can come back to me in 10 years and see if you still like your husband. Like, people will say stupid shit like that that can get their whole girl knocked out.
Yeah,
Like,
and what I experienced what Sean talking about. So I come from a small town, but like I didn't experience what Sean talking about until I got to college, and that's when so me from a small town, everybody know your business already. Like, everybody know what your mom do, what your dad does. Know your family, like maybe your status of your family. So I used to be an open book. You know what I'm saying? Because I just generally, like, if somebody asks, I just tell them. So when I got to college, I learned the hard way that everybody's asking questions that had to they ask the questions to be nosy.
Yep.
And once they find out, then the next step is judgment. So like when I first got to college, I'm meeting new people and shit like that. And when I first got to college, I give everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? I give them a chance to prove until they show me that they're not a friend. But now it's like, now you got, at my older age, you got to prove to me that you are a friend before we going further. But like so like my parents, like my mom owned a laundromat in Georgetown. My dad owned a gas station. So when I first got to college, they're still financially straight. So I didn't think nothing of it. It was nothing to me. So somebody asked or whatnot, where you from, how your family, ask me questions, I just tell them. And then I started like one time somebody made a comment like, oh, well, you ain't got to worry about it now. You basically came with a silver spoon in your mouth. I was like,
hating on you.
Okay, nigga. Now I see where the fuck you coming from. And I had to learn that you just can't tell everybody everything. Like, you need a lot of shit. You need to filter what information you give people, especially when you don't really know them like that.
Right. That
hate will come through in a joke. They'll put an LOL after that shit.
Oh yeah, that's how they do.
And
it's LOL that shit.
They will LOL that hate and think that you missed it because you're cool with them, and it's a joke. It's a quote unquote joke.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Stacks. You have something to say?
I do. I have a short story. It pertains back to what Rebecca said, but a part of your circles, you gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate your circle. You gotta celebrate the people that you care about, the people that's in your circle. You gotta celebrate their wins, and you gotta help them out with their losses. So me and Murph kicking it up in the man cave like we usually do, watching sports or some shit. And the homie Jay, like, I think he texts Merv and he's like, yo, I'm in front of the house. Come outside. I'm like, damn, come outside. So me and Merv went outside. This motherfucker got the fucking Tesla, like, he just bought the Tesla and he pulled up. Nigga, me and Merv was smiling like the shit was our car, right? So we hopped in that shit, man. We took a ride. He took us for a little spin and all that shit, man. I'm like, man, you know what, man? That's what's up, man. Yeah, we know you was trying to get it, man. You got it, shit like that. But you got some niggas to be like, yeah, man, it ain't all that though. I mean, shit, it ain't Ralph though. I mean, shit, then you go find a place to plug that bitch in all the time, man. I mean, but we were it felt like we had gotten it's not about the car. And
it's being happy for your friend.
But we were happy. We were happy that he had set a goal and he got what he had gotten, because when it's like when they said like on Notorious, they said when you make it, we all make it, and people really got to look at it like that. When your friends, if you got a friend that call you and say, "Yo, I just made this move, I made this money, or I got this job, I'm making this amount of money now," but you should celebrate that shit, because that's you are a part of that process. If you got a really tight circle and an iron sharpen iron, when your friends win, you are a part of that fucking process.
Yes.
You are.
Right.
Yeah.
And also with that,
sorry, there's a question that one of our viewers wanted us to address, if y'all don't mind. Give me one moment. Let me go get it again. She asked a question: have any of you ever felt like you were in a relationship, intimate, where your partner was competing with you? Talking about competition. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you felt like your partner was competing with you?
No. I've heard about it, but I've never been in it.
No.
Do y'all think that's possible?
Yeah.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible.
It happens a lot in the military.
I heard of people
military couples. It happens.
Military couples. I'm just saying, it ain't me. Like I've been with women who had more bread than me. I've been with women who I had more bread than. Still wasn't no competition either way. It was just me and she her.
Hey yo, and Sean feel me, but I have seen couples that's the same rank in the military.
Yep.
One get promoted, one don't, and they end up getting divorced over that shit.
Absolutely. They can't handle it. My Wiz is my booster. Like she's my booster. At the end of the day, she need me to do my thing. I need her to do her thing. You know, I mean, there's no competition at all.
But if you, I'm gonna post some stuff. The ladies is saying yes. Mia says yes.
I've seen it.
We have a Facebook user that says yes. Last situation, my best friend says she has. It's so annoying. It's a big turn off. You have another one.
So they've been. So the ladies that's saying yes, y'all been in a relationship with where your man was competing with you, and like your man's competing with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how do you compete with your with your significant other.
Well, an example would be like, let's say both of you guys, let's just say two of them have two different jobs. Let's not say the same job, but two different jobs, right? One is doing, I'll just use me and my husband as an example. Let's say I'm doing really well at my job. I'm getting all of these raises, getting all of these promotions. I'm doing really good. I'm about to get a new position. They're about to make me partner or some shit, right? Meanwhile, my husband hates his job. His boss gets on his nerves. His hours is dropping. He don't get paid as much as me. So that could cause some competition. Like, yeah, my spouse is doing good at their job. I gotta do good at my job too. Like, so that way they feel like they're equal. And what it looks like from what at least our comments, usually women feel that way about their men. And that may be that's crazy, but that may be true because some men may feel like they want to be the one excelling and they don't want their spouse to excel, above them.
Man, I'm gonna say like this: we are like, even if you get a whiff of that happening, man, throw that motherfucker back to the streets immediately. You know what I mean? Immediately.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm so very fortunate because when me and my wife met, we both were broke. I was well on my way to getting kicked out of the military. A lot of people don't know this. I had very questionable activity, when duty hours was over, Sean. So what ended up happening is, we ended up building each other up. She made me better as far as my military career. She started when we was in Germany. She was making buku money, as a home babysitter. You make a child care provider, making mad money, making more money than me.
Yeah, child care is expensive.
And she would literally prepare me for promotion boards ask me questions and like military trivia shit we got to do to advance in the military, you know. So I was very fortunate to the fact where we ended up upgrading each other as the marriage went on.
Do you see what that
I
comment
just think
says?
that's crazy.
I'm a people person. He had a standoff kind of attitude, so everyone loved me, and it drove him crazy, literally.
Now I see that plenty of times. The competing for as like financial job, like salary, but I've seen that plenty of times where one the social butterfly and the others just damn very standoffish and maybe just really don't know how to interact with people, and I have seen that, and it makes the person that don't really know how to interact or articulate or conversate with people. Yes, I know it's converse. So, but before a motherfucker come on here and say, "Yo, you're supposed to say it's converse with people," I use the word conversate, and I know what the fuck I'm saying. So back to what I was saying.
It's
So,
conversative slang.
yeah. So as far as like people that don't know how to conversate with people and shit like that, I've seen that happen, and to me, that's more of an insecurity kind of thing to me.
Yeah, like what Angie said, you would think we should elevate each other, but then it becomes, nah, let me one up you and do a slight resentment. Unfortunately, it caused me to shrink myself down at the time and changed me over time in a certain environment. I ended up just letting him have it to avoid arguments.
Damn. So, hey, shit.
Ain't no argument.
Fuck, that's
Ain't no argument.
Hey, in the words of the homie Trey,
no argument.
that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
hey, Angelique Fisher. I hope I pronounced that right. Reading what you just wrote made me think of a poem. There's a poem called "What's Your Biggest Fear" by Marianne Williamson. It was actually quoted on the movie Mr. Carter. With Samuel Jackson.
Mr. Carter is Jay-Z.
Look that poem up. It said, "What's Your Biggest Fear" by Marianne Williamson. And it talks about how
that's a good poem.
We should never shrink ourselves, or we should never make ourselves small to make everybody around us comfortable. There's a whole poem on that right there.
That's a really good point.
When you get a chance, look up "What's Your Biggest Fear" by Marianne Williamson. It's a great point. Great.
I'm trying to
great
tell
point.
you, you'll catch people like that too, though. You'll catch people like that too. Like, you know, you start dealing with them or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, your personality, you know, might be a little bit over the top or whatever. So people are talking to you and you just, you know what I mean, doing your spiel, whatever it is, and they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, well, yo, this is who I am, and this is who I was before I met you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not dimming my light because you feel some type of way. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, plain and simple.
That competition is real, and you see it. You only see it when you have, or when you, and I'll just say you because you're the one receiving it. When you have excelled more than you think your friends or your friends think that they should have, that's when you see that competition come into play. If all of y'all are broke, there's nothing to worry about. If all of y'all got money, there's nothing to worry about. If all of y'all like your jobs, then it's cool. It's like if all the friends are on the same level, then it's fine. But if one person takes a step forward, then that's when you see all the other issues and whatever they were thinking that they never said. That's when it starts to show up.
Man, but
that's when those slick comments,
Rebecca,
and those LOLs come up.
Real quick, Mark, and that's where I think you have circles that change. People will leave your circle and you'll add people to your circle simply because I hate when people say, like, if somebody was to told 41-year-old Stacks, if somebody that I went to high school with was to told me, man, you ain't changed one bit, I would literally take that shit as an insult. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I mean, typically in a 10-year period, you know, I guess a 10-year period, it's supposed to be some type of a change. Like the homie Jay-Z said, like, you don't work so hard just to stay the same. You feel me, son? You don't work. I mean, people say you change, but you don't work so hard just to stay the same. And that shit was really deep. Because sometimes you might be in a circle, you might outrun that circle. You be like, you know, let me catch up. Let me. I need to get up into a new circle of some like-minded, equally yoked. I still got love for the motherfuckers, but I ain't on that bullshit like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
a lot of people look at the word change as a bad thing. All right, so when we get older and you hear the word change, so let me help y'all out. Change is synonymous to growth. Okay, that's what when we talk about the word change as a mature adult, we talk about growth. So yes, you should change because it means you're growing. So you should
Merv,
grow in your total environment.
and Merv,
Just your mentality wise.
and real
So if
quick,
you're growing
Merv,
your mentality, that's gonna trickle down to everything else that you're trying to do.
and Merv, real quick, that should be your response. If one of your friends ever say, "Man, you've changed, man. I mean, what's going on with you?" Your response should be, "Nah, motherfucker, I haven't changed. I've grown. I'm on some other shit right now. That's fine what you're doing over here, but I'm on some different shit right now. I still got love for you, but I'm over here right now. You know,
Yeah.
I still love you and all that, but I'm on some different shit. I'm on a whole nother level now. I ain't looking down on you on no shit like that, but this is where I'm at right now."
Right.
man, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that now this did happen to me, right? I dealt with a chick, you know what I'm saying, and she, you know, it's like she tried to come at me like, yo, you know, why you hype on that? Why does that excite you or make you happy or whatever? You know what I mean? Just shit like that, trying to pick away at my character a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't think I caught it, but I did. But it was a situation, you know what I'm saying? For real, one of my homies, you know what I mean, for a cop of Bentley, right? So hell yeah, I'm happy for my bands. I'm like, yo, when you let me drive that motherfucker, like, yo, man, we out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? Why you hype about that? I'm like, yo, my motherfucker just bought a Bentley. That's why I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right,
Bentley. You know
right.
what I mean? Shit, we about to be out, tear the city up. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's, right? So she was just, well, it's just a car. I'm just like, yo, you know what? I'll call you back. Hung up. I was just like, I'm not doing this bitch no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, if she can't understand that shit, then y'all mean she don't understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
and
she was
Mark,
like
that's how, like, that in my opinion, that's kind of like an easy test. You know, the kind of to do a temperature check with a motherfucker that you fuck with, because I got, you know what I'm saying, I got a homeboy in the circle in the military that he was telling me how about retirement shit, about disability, and about promotion. And shit, I got excited and started telling nigga, yo, when you get that, you need to look at doing the stocks, you need to look at getting a business, and you need to look at blah 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 blah. Got a homeboy when he bought a house, he invited me over. It was like, just got it before everybody knew. Nigga, I'm excited. Like, yo, this shit dope as fuck. Like when Hyson told y'all about a homeboy that bought a car. Like when I see the people in my circle doing big shit, you know what that makes me? It makes me motivated. Now some jealous shit, like, yo, nigga, I want to get on your level. So I'm trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Is that saying, if you look at the five people you hang around the most, that's who the fuck you are or will eventually be.
Damn.
So if you hanging around people that's doing shit, whether somebody might be a CEO, somebody might be in real estate. This person have a dope ass house. This person have a dope ass car. This person have a dope ass motherfucking job. This motherfucker has a great motherfucking family, great family man. So when you hang around those five people, yo, you aspiring to have a dope house.
Yeah.
You aspiring to be a good ass businessman. You aspiring to be a great fucking father, provider, and family man. And you aspire to be all of that, and that's who you around.
So let's address this question that Chauncey.
Real quick, Becca. And the thing about that, Merv, is there's no use to have a circle if you don't have people like that. If you don't have people that are doing great things, that is motivating you, what's the purpose of having a circle? Because I mean, if your circle is full of fucking, if it's you and four scumbags, congratulations, you're a fucking scumbag. I'm sorry, that's just the way the shit work. I didn't make the rules. Yeah. That's how that works.
Misery likes company, so you don't want to be the only scumbag. You want to be okay being a scumbag, so you surround yourself
okay in your scumbaggery. Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
Hey, Becca Stacks. I want to say this, and then we're gonna answer this question. Real shit, right? I was in college, and I was friends with this girl and shit. And during college, like, yo, she was very attractive, very pretty. I was trying to holler. You know what I'm saying? I like what I saw. But she had like about 4 friends that she was always around, but none of them was attractive. And they were either unattractive as far as like face or their body, they had very bad bodies. I don't even know how the fuck we got on the topic. I probably said some asshole shit. I was like, damn, you got. Oh, you know what? I think you know what it was. Because in college, we always looking out. I like, yo, my homeboy ain't gonna be interested in none of them. You ain't got no such and such good looking friends or something. And she said, quote unquote, no. I hang around them so that I can stand out and get all their fucking attention.
That's crazy.
That's that bullshit.
That's a crazy mentality. Shit. And then the fact that she said that shit out loud.
Yo,
hey, that's diabolically ingenious though, if you really want to look at it.
That's crazy. Yo, so let's get to Chauncey's question. It says, has anyone ever grown out of friendship? Nothing happened, no arguments, no fight, no love lost, just strictly grew apart. If so, why?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, and that goes to me. That goes back to the growth point. I can't. It's like life is. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right? If I'm steady going forward and you in the same place, we are still friends. But you're kind of not. You can't be in my circle because we're not really on the same type of shit right now. It just won't work. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it anyway. We're still cool, but you're not in that circle because everybody's goal is to keep getting better. I would hope that's everybody's goal. Keep getting better at life and keep doing big things. If you doing the same old shit, you the homie, but I'm over here in this circle where I can keep going up. So I keep leveling up.
Yeah. Matter of fact, me and Stacks got a mutual homeboy that like we used to be like, yo, you see one of us, you see all 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? As we became older and older, like we never fell out, always stayed cool. And when we see each other, it's all love. So we didn't stop being friends, but we stopped being tight because basically our path was different. You know what I'm saying? His path was going. He chose a different fork in the road compared to what me and Stacks chose. So that's how our friendship grew up. It didn't end. It just grew apart. And the crazy shit is, years later, he ended up serving some time. But like he came out changed and shit. He's on some real positive shit now.
Right.
But years later, he said to me, like, nigga, I wish and I should have followed you and heightened the path that y'all took.
AKA Stacks.
Man, I'm just like, but that should be happening. Like, man, like, like a boy I grew up with, that was my, we still good, but I'm like, this motherfucker would get booked. Like, but I'm like, like, all the time. Like, you know what I mean? For shit. I'm like, you know what I mean? You still doing the same shit? I'm like, this 10 years later, I'm like, I understand when he was like 18, 17 or whatever. But nigga, you 28 now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. For the same shit. I'm like, man, so I had to have a conversation with him. I'm like, look, whatever you going to do or whatever your life path is, you got to level up, right? I'm like, listen, if you're going to be in the streets and you're going to commit crimes, then, you know what I mean, you need to be better at whatever the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because this in and out of, I'm just like, this in and out of, you know what I mean, going to jail shit, this shit ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, like, what is you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we out here buying houses, copping cars, you know what I mean, throwing rims on everything, and what the fuck you doing? Like, you should be with us, you know what I mean? You should be rolling like 6, 7 cars deep, everybody shining in. Where the fuck you at? In jail for the same stupid shit that we did 10 years ago. Like sometimes you just gotta keep it real, you know what I mean, for with your homies, man. You know what I mean?
And Mark, to your point,
Shit.
to your point, in the chat group that me and Merv is in, man, you get a random text about a stock tip or some shit where there's a money making opportunity or come up with some shit like that. Cats share that shit daily in the chat group and shit like that, and that's love, man. That's the way it should be, man. That's the way it should be.
You know what I mean? Because you should want to see, or you know what I mean, for you, like that's your people's, you should want to see everybody, you know what I mean, for you know, trying to do something, man. I don't care what path you go in, just be the best at whatever the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? At least level up. Even if we going in different directions, level up, motherfucker.
A lot of that too comes with maturity, though. Like sometimes people just not mature. They haven't learned those lessons. It could be from the way that they were raised, the way they grew up, the friends they had before meeting you, and how those relationships ended or did not end. And they haven't gotten a certain type of mentality, because honestly, it takes a lot of maturity to not be happy in your current life and have a friend that is shooting for the stars and they really make it, and for you to be genuinely happy. You have to cut off your own knee-jerk reaction to be a slight hater or a little bit of a jealousy, or even if you say to yourself, well, I wish I was doing that. So sometimes you even can talk yourself into being a hater when you may or may not really be, but you just don't know how to deal with the fact that you and a very close friend of y'all that came from the same place ended up going different ways, or y'all went the same way at some point. You taking little baby steps up and this person soared up. It could be a life event that happened. Me and you, we both broke, right? We both in the trenches, we from the hood or whatever. I win the lottery. Now I have all this money. I don't have any, my friendship to you hasn't changed, but now all of a sudden, because you in your head, you think I'm acting all that because now I got money. It don't even be the person. It could be who there is. That's why sometimes your circle does change based on where you are in life. Like I got more friends with kids once I became a mother. It's different. When you start to start thinking about business, right? Then you got to start learning and meeting people that are in business, so that you can start getting that information from them as well. You can still ask your homeboy in the hood when you're trying to buy property, a property to gain money. You can ask your homeboy that. You might have to ask somebody else, yo, I'm trying to buy property, an investment property. I'm not really sure what to do here. And then here go your homeboy saying, well, you ain't asked me. Nigga, you smoke weed all day. You don't know shit about buying an investment property. I can't ask you that. So sometimes people really be in their feelings about some shit that got nothing to do with them. And that's how relationships are.
Hey, Becca, it's like something you said earlier. Jake, what happened?
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. You good?
Oh, okay. But yeah. You said something earlier about and Jay-Z said in one of his songs is like if you both broke, and in my opinion, this what I'm about to say, it goes with your bro code, your sis code, and sometimes even with your significant other. It's like when you both broke, there's no strain in relationship because you both broke. But if one of you got money and the other one don't, you still don't know how the other one feel about each other, because it's still a need for one of them. You know, it's still a need for the other one. But
I'm gonna tell you
when both of you got paper, and when both of you are good, that's when you really see a lot of times the real core or how somebody really feel about you. And that's
right.
That's the blood code, the cis code, and even a lot of times, unfortunately, is a marriage code or a relationship code when both of y'all get good, and that's when the core come out.
That's it. I had somebody say something slick to me about my marriage. I was just like,
this comment was which is why I say no new friends is the most damaging mentality ever. New people can teach you new things. Don't trap yourself. And I agree with that simply because I feel as though I do feel as though once you get to we are middle-aged folks, I think all of us like average like 40 or whatever. But I always was under the impression that no new friends. I always lived by that. Like when you get to 40, you really pretty much all the people that you got your circle, all the people you gonna have your circle. But there are some exceptions.
That was Drake that said that, Nick. Drake said no new friends.
There are. I mean, yeah, that was a song, by the way, by Drake. But I think there are, except for me, there's exceptions on a limited basis because you can run into a thorough motherfucker at this age and be like, yeah, that motherfucker cool as fuck, man. He's somebody I can fuck with. He's somebody I can damn tell all my business and let him know where the bodies are buried. It's few and far between at this age, in my opinion. But it is a thing, and you fuck around and you leave that motherfucker by the wayside and you missing some shit.
Well,
no, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. I want to hear what Sean had to say because I know
y'all keep going. Keep going,
man.
Well,
thanks, Merv.
You know what though? I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say like this though, man. Like I think you can always have new friends, new relationships. You know what I mean? If somebody thorough, you know what I mean? It's a like-minded motherfucker like you. You know what I'm saying? For real, yeah, you could be good with them, right? Now, it might be some shit, where, I mean, for me personally, you know what I mean, for like anything or any dirt that happened, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, them motherfuckers is the people I'm going to go to for if that time ever come, you know what I'm saying? But I won't go to my new partners for that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know them well enough, you know what I mean? For real, that they're going to take that shit to the grave, but, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like a friendship, you know what I mean, for somebody cool, or somebody I can do business with, you know what I'm saying? I don't see no problem with that. You know what I mean? So that's like if Merv or Stacks, y'all on to some get money shit, or Sean, you want to get some get money shit. Oh, yo, I known these boys for a little while. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, I might do business with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I think it's being taken too literal when they said no new friends.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna trust a motherfucker I just met 2 months ago the same way I trust a motherfucker that I've known for the last 20 years.
Of
like
course.
I said, like friendship should be earned. But I'm okay with having new associates. You know what I'm saying? And so when I call a motherfucker a friend, like you know what I'm saying, Stacks and like me and Sean went out of town together on like he brought his with, I brought mine. Who I was with at the current time, we broke bread together. Like during that time, he could come and stay at my house. I could want to stay at his house. That's a friend. So if I just meet a motherfucker, no, I'm not gonna be where I don't know you, I can't fuck with you, but I don't consider you a friend because I'm not gonna let you somebody I just met just come stay over my house and in my area. So I think y'all taking it too literal. I think you're talking about like real friends that you can trust. But you can have a new associates, like Sean said, small circle of friends, but a strong ass network. And when you're talking about network, you're talking about co-workers. You're talking about friends of co-workers. You're talking about associates, people you might have met at a bar that both y'all are interested in stock. Both y'all work in the same industry. I'm a salesperson, he a salesperson. I can learn from him because he might be better than me, and I can learn how to sell more by hanging with him. We go to lunch together, we go to dinner together, we hang out at a bar together.
Yeah.
But that's still not my friend, but I can learn from him.
Your network,
loosely, y'all.
Your network will be full of different people with point references.
Exactly. So I think we're taking too literal. Like when we say no new friends, that means A1 day one people that I could trust that are like, yo, Sean needs to stay at my house. Hey, Sean, I ain't gonna be in town this weekend. Here's the key. Yo, make yourself at home, fam, because that's my friend. You can't treat everybody like that.
No, and you won't treat everybody like that
too loosely. So, like, I'm not gonna cut off somebody that's gonna be part of my network that could teach me about business, teach me about stock, teach me how to make money, teach me about family, help me become a better father, a family man. But that's somebody that's in my network. That's an associate. There's a difference between associates and friends. So when they say no new friends, you're talking about something like that, like, yo, Stacks, you can stay at my house. I'm gonna be gone for the week. hey, make yourself at home, or yeah, shit like that. That's what we talking about when we say no new friends. I would be too technical, in my opinion, and everybody can't be a friend. We use the word friend too loosely. When I say friend, I'm talking about somebody. What I just said. Here's the fucking keys to my house. I'm not worried about nothing being missing at all.
And that only comes in time. Being able
Yeah, that
to
comes
have
in
that
time.
type of
Absolutely.
trust with somebody only comes in time. Now, I know that you all have heard the saying, you can meet somebody in your life now that has done better for you or has been a better friend than somebody you've known all your life.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
sometimes people think that I've known you for so long, so you're my friend. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the experience you have with that person puts them in the friend category. Like like Sean and Merv was mentioning about networks. If your network is like that, then that means that each person in your network has a point of reference. This person may know about stocks. This person may know about cars. This person may know about houses. But you know what? I'm the person at my job that hires people. This person may know the best way to interview to get the right person for the job. So you have people that you know in your network that serve a purpose, because regardless, any friendship that you have, it should be equitable. At least to me, I feel like each friendship should be equitable. Both of you benefit from that friendship. Not just one person. No, I'm not keeping you around because I'm fine and y'all ugly as fuck. So I'm gonna get all the attention because that shit is trash. That's crazy.
Definitely.
I'm gonna keep y'all all around because y'all broke and I got money and it makes me feel better about being rich. And I'll let y'all play around with me every so often. Those kind of friendships, they usually never last and they go sour real quick.
And to Sean's point earlier, if you're not networking, I know some people that don't. If you're not networking, you're fucking losing. If you don't add people to your network, that when you create a strong network, that's how people get better jobs. That's how people get tips on a lot of shit, everyday shit, where you can just call up somebody and be like, hey, yo, I got this going on. Who should I call? Or, you got any suggestions and shit like that. Merv is my guy for that. If I got some shit I need to repair, or I need to know what's going on, and I need to go know where to eat at in Colombia and this, that, and the third. This degenerate, this gentleman, he knows, who I need to talk to. And it's very vital. And with that being said, if you one of them motherfuckers, I don't fuck with nobody, it's just me, I go for dolo. Right. You're missing out, man. You're going to miss a whole lot of opportunities if you don't have anybody.
Successful. Yeah, because nobody can do it by themselves.
If you don't have anybody that can help you out in those type of situations, you losing, you missing the boat.
And you gotta have friends that can check you without you being butthurt about it either. You gotta have people in your circle that can check you and say, "Yo, that's not right."
I don't understand the.
Sean, you about to say something? No, please, let Sean get in this motherfucker.
I'm here to support. Well, let me give Sean his flowers. Can I give Sean his flowers?
Fuck Sean. I mean, my bad. I didn't mean none of that. That just slipped out. That slipped out. My bad.
So, like me and Sean, I consider Sean a friend. And I met Sean. Sean's probably the last person I met that I call I call a friend, and I trust a nigga. So we met like 2008, 2009. We started working at both of us was recruiters for the.
Don't tell him where he worked.
No, I said no. I said both of us recruiters. Yeah, both recruiters for the same company. And we became friends.
You're so private
because both of us was battling to be the #1 recruiter, and that we became friends from competition. Well, friendly competition. It was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was Nas, I was Jay. It was like we used to quote that shit.
So you won. Okay, Merv, you won. I got
it. I eat at him. You know what I mean?
Hey, but that's how we became tight. And even when I left the company, he stayed with the company. I went to another company, and we still continued to rock with one another. And I think when we took that trip, we were with two different companies. So he went to another company that got promoted fast. He got promoted. You know what this nigga attempted to do? he attempted to reach back down and pull me up.
That's how that pose will work too. That's how that shit
Living
work.
in another state, like, yo, it's a good company. They moving up fast. He's like, yo, kid, I know what you can fucking do. I seen it. I went up against it. Like, yo, you need to come here and join this company. But during that time, I couldn't because the person I was with didn't want to move and she had kids and shit like that. So I couldn't take the opportunity. Probably should have hindsight 2020. But the moral of the story is somebody in my circle getting a good opportunity and he reached back to pull my ass up. He threw the ladder down for me. But the person I was with, I wasn't able to climb the ladder and join this brother. That's the kind of motherfucker you need in your circle. And that's why I said this is the last person that I met that I consider a friend.
Man, but I'll tell you something, man, about the network shit. It's like, yo, even starting this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I run everything by my brother, no matter what decision it is. You know what I mean? He gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what you think, right? Because me, I'm always skeptical about shit. Like, nah, man, you know what I mean? For real, yo, bull might be out to get me or something, you know what I mean? For real, you know, whatever, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So when Sean came to me with this shit, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? For real, he cool, but I don't know about the other bull. I don't really know about the other like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but this is real shit. Like, I didn't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, Sean, like, explained it in a way like, nah, he's all right. This is how we gonna move with it. You know what I mean? But he explained it, you know, like in a way where it was broken down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whatever question I had, you know what I mean? It was broken down. So I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? He ain't have to do that. He could have been like, all right, Mark, yo, you know, I'm gonna go to the next motherfucker. You asking too many motherfucking questions. You know what I'm saying? You know, he could have did that shit, but he kept it cool though. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I go to my brother, and my brother was like, boy, Sean seemed like a straight shooter. He don't seem like, you know what I mean, he on the fuck shit. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And then we rocked out. And the shit ended up being cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know, regardless of, you know what I mean, bro, you know, how it's split into what it is now, it was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see it, you know what I mean, bro? You know, boy was straight up, you know what I mean? Straight shooter, genuine, you know what I'm saying? I could see all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yeah, this a motherfucker, you know what I mean, bro, you know, you want to fuck with, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? So when more shit comes down the line, he's gonna let you know, he's gonna have you ready. I mean, Sean texts me every other day, like, yo, you know what I mean, we got this going on, we gotta do this and whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you don't have to keep me up on that shit, but you keep me up on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's love right there. From where I'm from, that's love. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't have to do that shit, but he do. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real quick, let me give a shout out to Blackjack TV, Zingo TV. It's the 10 o'clock mark. We're going to keep going. But shout out to those brothers out there. Shout out to Bobby Blackjack. Shout out to everybody who rocks with us over there at Zingo TV. We on Blackjack TV Prime. This is our second week on Blackjack TV Prime. So shout out to those brothers for supporting us and rocking with us. So we're going to continue to move forward. We're just going to get those guys a shout out before they plug off into the next show after us. So we are 3, 2, 1. We are good to go. So yeah, real talk, y'all fellas. I appreciate that. I really do. Everything that I've always felt like I had to move in a way where I wanted people to respect me as a man more than anything else. I was always one of those guys where when people are off in their corner having conversations, I wanted them to be able to like, yo, that dude is a stand-up guy. That dude Sean is a hell of a man. I've always wanted that. I didn't want anything in return. I just wanted somebody to be in that one conversation when I'm not there and say, yo, Sean is a hell of a man. And I think that's one of those things where I want to, I've always told some kids this today on the basketball court. We were talking about friends then. And I was telling them, I said, man, look, you can't respond to any shade and tree that don't bear fruit. And what I mean by that is, a lot of shit I don't respond to because it doesn't bear fruit. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't help me grow. It doesn't help me become a better person. And I was telling you important today. I said, the sort of God have don't respond to that shade, because if there is any type of fruit for you to become better or to push you to another level. And like Merv said, Merv and I were pushing each other to a different level. We were going head to head. Like, it was intense. And one of the things that, and this is kind of bringing it full circle, one of the things that having not just a circle of friends, but also having a situation, wife, husband, or whatever, that has your best interest at heart. Always adores Merv. She think Merv is a great person. She always told me, she'd be like, yo, that dude is for you.
Merv?
The other dudes are not. And that's not talking about you guys, but just in a different circle, in a different situation. So they're not, but he is. And I trusted that conversation. And I told Merv that one time before. She's like, yo, he's a good guy. The other guys, you got to kind of be careful about that. But he's a good guy. He's genuine. And sometimes you need people to help restore your balance, or help restore your compass, because we get so caught up into the minutia of things that's going on around us, because we get caught up into assumptions, we get caught up into the misreadings of a story, and we don't even know what's going on. So you need someone to give you that compass, right? And having that circle, like you guys speak on Jay a lot. And I met Jay one time, and Jay was a thorough dude. Just that one time I met him, and that was on live. But he can also be that compass in the group where Merv and Stack's energy is off of one another. You know what I mean? And sometimes every circle needs that, or just every network needs that person to be that compass. And the last thing I would say with that was, one of the other things I told one of the kids today at the court, I said, man, you focus on the wrong things. Like, a caterpillar cannot relate to what an eagle envisions, right? And that's the most beautiful thing, because there's some things that I've shared with people a long time ago. I was talking about this pod like 2.5 years ago, and no one understood it. Mark understood it because we kept talking back and forth about it. When I told Merv about it, he was like, say less. He didn't even ask any questions. He was like, all right, I'll be there when you need me. And that was that. Everyone else couldn't understand that. This group could have been a whole different group. You know what I mean? This could have been a whole different outlook based on the conversations I had prematurely before everything came to fruition. And even going back to Tina, when Tina used to rock with on a power show, when the power show first came out, she was like killing it. She came on, didn't even know you guys, and went full body, full steam ahead.
She dope as fuck.
Rocking. And Stacks called me the other day. He was like, man, yo, Tina does a lot. Like, she's like posting shit. She's like getting everything out there, getting information out there. He be like, man, I ain't even met her before, but she's out here killing it and rocking it hard for us. Same thing with Tay Song, the street team.
So fucking homie, shit.
Street team. So we are building networks of people, of loyal people who's rocking with us and as passionate about this thing with us, and they're all connective tissue. You know what I mean? To everything that we're doing. We have a core unit, but we also have connective tissue that's helping us push the thing forward. And we're not being pushed forward by our own strength. I couldn't do this shit alone. I'm an introvert. I'd be like, I would been had quit this shit. Like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do it. But I know I got my homie Merv, who's a social butterfly, that will go out there and like, yo, nigga, I got this. Merv told me one time before, Merv said, let me be the bad guy. You can't be the bad guy. You got to keep your image. Let me be the bad guy. That's him taking a bullet for me, right? He would do it. He was like, I'll be the bad guy. You sit back. Let me do the dirty work. That's real shit. And I even had Tina one time like, yo, let me get my hands dirty. I'm like, yo, kill a shooter. I don't want my shooter right now. You know what I mean? He'd be like, yo, let me get my hands dirty. So you need a network like that that's going to ride for you. And none of our hands ever met. Merv and I are the only ones that broke bread and our hands met. None of us, our hands didn't meet at all. Becca was with us when we had one viewer, and she was that one viewer.
Right.
I mean, in the comments,
faithful is loyal as fuck.
Faithful. But I say all that to say this: you got to think about the Joe Budden podcast, right? And what they're going through. And I think they lost sight of how they came together and create a situation that made them number one. It took them a few years, but they reached the top spot in podcasting and now look what they are. They're shitting on each other. They're talking about lawsuits. It's getting nasty. It's getting nasty. And
but you know what though, Sean?
Mhm.
Just a tab on that. I feel from the outside looking in, especially because I watch Joe Budden podcast. I watch every week. I'm a podcast watcher. It's on the TV while I'm working, and I kind of feel like this is the reason why you got to be able to have certain type of conversations with your friends. I feel like Rory and Mal have always had those feelings. They just never spoke up. They never was able to say anything about how they was feeling about the deals and the money being separated and Joe getting paid more than them and him having more say in certain deals. I feel like in the very beginning, they never spoke up about it. So that first deal that they got and they just signed, it was too late now to come back and start wanting to know, well, what is this deal about? And what are we getting paid? And what is our responsibility? Joe felt like you ain't asked that shit none of these years. And now you want to know, I don't have to tell you that. And that's where the dynamics change. And I feel like if they had spoken up in the beginning, because it seems like they have been quieted just because Joe's personality is so overbearing that they never really got a chance to say what they wanted to. They didn't have a safe space to say what they wanted to. Just like what Angie said earlier, sometimes you just be quiet to avoid an argument. But then the dynamics of your friendship changes. And if that goes on for too long, it's too late for you to come back and be like, but, because now Joe's like, forget all of y'all. And you know what? Because I run this shit, you are fired, and don't you say anything or you fired too. And that's just crazy, because when you think of the Joe Budden podcast, you don't think of it without Rory and Mal. Same way Salt and Pepper. You don't think of Salt and Pepper without Spinderella. But
you know what though?
They act like she ain't even exist.
I'm like, to me, man, I'm just like, I mean, with that situation, I don't know everything about it or whatever. But to me, I'm like, if that's your man's though, and this how the situation fall, I mean, that's your man's like that, that's really some fuck shit, because that's your man's. Like, you know what I mean? You don't eat and they start, and that's your man's and they starve. Like, that don't even look right. You know what I mean? If I got a porterhouse steak and I'm eating a porterhouse steak, you know what I mean? You're not eating a burger sitting next to me. You know what I mean? Unless you want a fucking burger. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Not like, that shit don't look right. Like, you know what I mean? Straight up, nah. You know what I mean? If I eat, we eat. And I'm like, now, if you want to go and do your own shit, okay, cool. But I mean, if we in this together, if I'm eating, we eat, and not, you know what I mean? I'm the king and y'all just some low life motherfuckers. Like, no, I ain't doing it.
And Becca, to your point, as far as the Joe Budden's podcast, I feel like when we blow and get big, because the shit's gonna happen, I trust the fact, I just do, that everybody is going to do the right thing. And I mean, I know time will tell if that shit happens. But I feel like I'm a really good judge of character, and I'm really choosy about who I let in my circle and who I let know I'll fuck with them like that.
Yeah.
But that shit is extremely important, and it gives you a peace of mind if you know you fucking with some thorough motherfuckers. Because I mean at the same time, you never know what happens when money comes in the equation, because you know there's greed out there. There's some greed, there's greed and shit out there. But I have full trust in the people I choose to let in my circle, and the people I tell personally, yo, I fuck with you like that I know shit's gonna be straight. Yeah. With money get involved.
But can I say this though? I'm sorry, go ahead, Murray. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say money will eliminate a thorough motherfucker.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna say this. Don't throw rocks at me, but understand where I'm coming from here, because I followed Joe Budden podcast for over 3 years now. I understand where Joe was coming from. His delivery was wrong. His energy and his emotion came out. Joe is an emotional guy anyhow, right?
Leave that
so, we know it. Like, he made the Mood Music series, right? So we know he's emotional. I understood what he was trying to say, but I also understood the fact that he went about it the wrong way. Rory was in a situation where Rory was asking questions that he probably knew the answers to. Joe knew that, and it became bigger than what it should have been. Those things should have been discussed behind the scenes, as opposed to Joe making a podcast out of it and capitalizing off of the outside noise. The outside noise is what hurt a lot of situations. When Rockefeller split up, it was the outside noise. It was between Ether and everything else happening that created their Rockefeller split. But the outside noise is what created the split for Rockefeller. Mark said this a long time ago when we was on one of our pods on Monday nights, and he was saying how, you know, you gotta have trust within your team, because Mark deals with a lot of the young bulls out there in Philly, and they look at Mark as the OG. And one of the things he was telling me when he was doing his coaching thing when he was in Miami, it was always about the trust piece of it and not allowing people to penetrate and be impenetrable. Jay and Kanye said in one of their songs, like Jay said, you know, the circle got smaller, the walls got taller. And that's a very valid point, because about it, your circle gets smaller because people start eliminating themselves. Over time, that train keeps going, but when you get to that stop in that train, like, you got to get off the stop. But the train going to keep going, but this is your stop right here. This is your stop. We're going to keep going. And that circle gets smaller and smaller, and that wall gets taller and taller, because now your guards are up, because you got to be careful in who you allow to penetrate. Murder and I, we know what we have to do together to get this thing going. We know there's certain conversation that him and I have to have, that we have to politic with each other. And we know how to cascade that. You know what I mean? It's not out of disrespect for anybody or any individual. It's about, if we're not tight, if our foundation not tight, how can anything else be tight around us? You feel me?
And that was what Maul was saying. If you look 2 weeks ago, Maul was saying, outside of this business stuff, I need to know that you, Joe, respect me as being a man, respect me as your friend. Because if we don't have any respect, this business stuff is out the door. So then Joe just sat there and was like, yeah, you know, he sat there real quiet, didn't really say much. And then now you see that where it's going. And if you listen to the audio, the way that Joe was speaking, even though he was upset and full of energy and probably was adrenaline running, there's a certain way you do not speak to your friend that you respect. And I think outside of just the business being wrong, you do not speak to somebody like that. The way he was talking was like he was talking to two children. You can't respect me speaking to me like that. So even if the business was to get fixed, the way you spoke to me right now, that respect is out the door. So I don't even want to do the business.
See, I mean, and I'm gonna say like this. See, and that's why I thought it was crazy, because I'm just like, I can't speak for Rory and Mal or whatever, right? I'm just saying, I know how my friends and myself handle it, right? Once you start talking crazy, that is a fight, automatic. It ain't words. You know what I mean? Shoot, trust me. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I tried to big talk my brother before, right? I was talking a little crazy to him. Bang, he just hooked off on me. You know what I mean? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, and my brother, he ain't really much of a talker. You know what I'm saying? You know, he real cool, mellow. He ain't much of a talker, but you know what I mean? I had some words for him, and then boom, you know what I mean? Just gave me one in the jaw, like, ooh, then the whole side of my face hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, that's how we carry it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm just like, for him to talk to the boy like that, I felt bad, because I'm just like, I know if that was me, I'm gonna hook off on boy right on air. I don't care who there. I don't care if I got to get locked up behind it. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if that's your man's, right, you don't talk to him like that in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, like, that's like if you and your spouse have a problem or whatever, right? You know what I mean? You don't address her or address him in front of a bunch of motherfuckers like that. Like, you don't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, when you get home, you could be like, yo, that was, yo, shorty, you was out of line for that shit. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And then, okay, cool. But you don't do that in front of people. Just the fact that the way he went about it in front of people, that just shows the type of respect, you know what I mean, that he had for him. I mean, I can get you in your feelings. I can get that. But if that's your man's 50 grand, or that's, you know what I mean, that's your wife, you know what I mean, for your woman, you know what I mean, or whatever's important to you, You don't talk to them, you know what I mean, for like that. That's like my mom. She ain't never whooped my ass in front of, you know what I mean, a whole bunch of people. Now she grabbed me, you know what I mean, for real, and by the collar.
Hey, what about
Listen what I'm saying.
I'm
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I got snatched up by the collar, right, and put in the car. You know what I mean? So she could do all her damage that she want to. You know what I mean? Because my mom ain't trying to do that 1-2 hits and then, you know what I mean, it's cool. My mom going to try to get about 15 or 20 in. You know what I mean? With my ass, she needs about 15 or 20. She ain't 1 or 2 wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So, but she still never wanted to embarrass her kids like that in front of a bunch of motherfuckers she ain't know. Like, you know what I mean? She just wasn't with that. She like, I'm gonna fuck you up, but I want to get you real good. I don't want to do no 1 or 2 and you do the fake crying shit. No, I want you to feel some pain behind what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I understand that.
Well, my mom, I guess my mom was sadistic because my mom did the 1-2 in front of everybody to knock my ass out in the car and then take my ass home and then get the 20, 25 more.
She didn't give a fuck at all. Not even a little bit.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that you don't, if that's your people's, right, you don't try to embarrass them in front of, you know what I mean, especially if that's your friends. You know what I mean? This ain't your parents. That's your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, man, so for that conversation to play out the way it did, I'm like, well, really, how cool were y'all? You know what I mean? Or maybe they thought you was cool with them and you really ain't even respect them like that from the beginning. That's fucked up.
And that's the point, Mark.
That's
the point. The foundation was already shaky. They never built trust. They never built rapport. Rapport building is probably the most important thing when you're dealing with strangers that becomes friends eventually. Because you don't know how people are tick. You can hit the wrong button and not even know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just hit a nerve. I didn't even know how I got into this hornet's nest. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because it builds up over time, because communication is bad. There's no communication amongst people. And you start assuming things. You start creating these own stories in your head. And when you finally talk, you crash and you collide.
Yep. That's
something that I know I can be guilty of that because I shut people off real quick. And I just I ain't responding to shit. I'm good because I don't like it. I don't like, look, I'm 41. You know what I mean? I'd be damn if I get caught up in some weird shit. Straight up, I got other things. I got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
So I get where Joe's coming from.
I'll eliminate your ass real quick.
Facts. I don't need it. No bad energy.
Yeah, the way we handle friendships or associates or meeting new people, that definitely changes as we get older. Because when we're younger, we still like having a clique, being 20 deep, and I know 20 people that's mad tight and everything. When we're younger, we think that shit is cool because we think about quality. But as we get older and realize that sometimes less is more, we start to think about quality. So it's like I can have 10 friends, right? I can name 10 chicks right now that I can go to the club with. But if I'm down and out and I'm crying and I need to make an executive decision about my life, I need somebody to bounce ideas off of, and I want a homegirl to call, it ain't really that many people. So you really got to think about at some point.
Facts.
At some point, you don't really need a whole bunch of people. And I hear, like, with women, it really bothers me when I hear women say they can't be friends with other women because it can't be them. It's got to be you because you're the common denominator. So if you feel like you cannot be friends with other women or you're always questioning other women, it can't be the other women. It's got to be you.
Hey,
it's got to be you.
Hey,
there's got to be something about you that a lot of people don't like, which is the reason why you can't keep friends. I know someone like that. She's always beefing with somebody. Like, girl, cut it out.
Becca, my ex switched friends every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's a red flag right there,
every
man.
3 or 4 years, she got new friends.
Crazy.
And then it's not even just that the dynamics of the friendship change. Now she's a bitch. She always wanted your man. She been jealous of me. She a hoe. You think you give this person all these names and titles just because you are not able to keep them as a friend. Everybody can't be jealous of you. Everybody can't want your man.
Right. Everybody
can't be hating on you. It's got to be you. And I know that, and I know women who really have issues with that, and their go-to reasoning is, I just got a lot of male friends. I just rock, better with men. And that may be the case. But the issue is, why don't you have a good core of female friends? And you talk like women. I don't know if dudes do. Let me know if fellas deal with this.
A lot of them want
Women
yes people.
often talk about cliques, like how women are cliquish, right?
Mm.
And for me, maybe it's just me. What's wrong with that? My clique is about 4 or 5 deep, and we cool. Don't be mad. If you're not part of my clique and you don't like it, just say that. But don't hate because I have a core group, or who you call a clique, and we're not the type to just let anybody in our clique. Don't take that as a threat or get jealous of that. If you want to be part of the clique, maybe you should behave better. Don't get jealous.
So Beck, I got a question for you. All right, so this is when your older relationships, your prior relationships, ain't them had like really tight friends or like best friends?
You mean with each other or with me?
No, like a previous relationship, that boyfriend, he had a best friend that he was real tight with, or a homeboy he was real tight with, or best friends.
Yeah, I've dated guys who had a real homeboy that they've known for years. My husband has a homeboy he's known for years.
You ever been jealous of their friendship?
No.
No. Merv, I know the fuck you going at, bro. Hey yo, and Merv,
as a woman, or let me get the mad. As a female,
oh shit.
As a female, why? Female relationships and male relationships are different. The basics are the same, but there's a couple things that are very different. My husband's friendship with his best man, who he's known as long as I've known my best friend, right? They've known each other since they were like children, like toddlers. So we talk about almost 40 years that they've known each other. Why would that make me jealous? I don't see what their relationship with each other, their friendship with each other, would have to do with me. They don't have the same dynamic that I would have with my husband.
Yo, Becca, this is why I always give my wife her flowers, because, and it could be bordering on naive, but if I fuck with somebody and they come through the crib, my wife is their biggest fucking fan, yo.
Yeah.
Like, brother come over, and we be kicking and watching sports and shit like that. And, you know, if the wings is coming, I remember when I was in the house, wings is coming, 2 plates coming up, and Merv was like, hold on, what the, what the fuck y'all doing it?
Yeah.
My wife is my biggest fucking cheerleader, and everybody that I fuck with, she automatically like, these, if you fucking with them, they thorough, and I'm gonna give them the red carpet treatment. That's how she operates, and I love her for that.
Because she knows that you're selective with who you would bring around her anyway. So if you bringing them around her, then you feel safe with them. So there's no need for her to question it, be jealous of it, ask why, none of that, because she would already know.
Well, not only that, Becca, is the fact that if these people are in my life and these are people that are helping me grow and shit like that, she want to assist in that. Like, I'm going to treat them with the utmost respect because they fucks with my man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that shit don't happen. You have spouses and girlfriends out there that get jealous.
Yeah.
When you got the homie that'll ride or die for you, but man,
absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Or Sean,
when you
having somebody.
When you eventually come to the hold on real quick. When you come to the crib, Sean, you'll be like, yo, your wife is fucking dope, because just by you coming here, she will give you the red carpet shit. Because if you come in my house, you gotta be thorough, because I'm fucking with you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Stack's wife, we was in a man cave, and they brought him a plate, right? The man cave is upstairs, the kitchen downstairs. They brought him a plate. I'm looking at T-Von, not thinking of it. Next thing I get tapped on the shoulder. I turn around, a plate was handed to me. I said, "Oh, this for me." Hey, listen, I barely got that when I had one of them.
One of them.
I had one of them. Hey, and Becca, I was in a situation where it was jealousy amongst my best men.
Talk to him, Merv. Expound. I need you to tell the story. I need you to tell the story. Because when Merv got married, Merv did get married. Breaking news, he did get married. Somebody did marry his ass.
I believe it.
But he had two best men. I was one of them, of course, because I'm me. But
like Tommy and Cole off Martin.
Yeah, but both of us was kind of like Tom because none of us was cold. We two thorough niggas. Me and the homie Jay, we thorough as fuck. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, man. This motherfucker, right before we about to go into the fucking ceremony, this motherfucker was like, "Hey, man, I can't do it." He was joking, but I was like, "Hey, yo, Jay, you gotta go break it to him, man. I ain't built like that. You gotta go tell her that this nigga's fucking flipping now." Hey, yo, Sean, I break contact immediately. I'm like, yo, I'll be outside somewhere. Y'all handle this shit.
Hey,
So what happened, Merv?
What happened with what?
How did your two best men end up, coming together like that?
No, better question. How did you need to explain why there was hate?
Hold on, what's the question? I don't understand the question.
No, why? I see what you're saying. Why was there hate with your best men? Why between your former spouse? I need you to go into that. I need you to tell people that.
Oh, she didn't like. Hey, that nigga Sean's so funny. She didn't like Jay. So Stacks was still in the military, right? So she didn't see that nigga that much because he was still active. He was military. But Jay lived in Columbia, so she didn't like Jay because we were so motherfucking tight. You know what I mean? Like, I trust this nigga with my life. Like, for example, this type of nigga, I'll give him my ATM card. Like, if he needs some money, I give him my ATM card, tell him my PIN code. I'm like, yo, go get whoever. Go get the $100 out the ATM. I don't feel like going nowhere. Like, we was that fucking tight.
Uh-huh.
That's why she didn't like him. Like, she made a comment one time talking about what she said, I know I'll never be able to replace him, but can we some kind of shit like that. Like, it's almost like she was in competition with him. She didn't like Stacks because she says Stacks talk too much shit.
Yeah,
EM, Georgetown, nigga. EM, that's what we do. We talk shit.
That's fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, in a good way.
It was more the fact that Stacks would not challenge her, but she like yes people. She like more yes people, and Stacks was a yes person. So it was like if she talking shit, Stacks is talking shit back. So she could dish, but she couldn't take.
Well,
so
there you go.
She didn't like doing it.
I don't even understand how people even want a yes man around. Them motherfuckers is the worst. They like male cheerleaders and can't offer you no pussy. Like, look, shit is terrible.
So
I like that. I like that analogy.
Was that a woman thing where they maybe if a woman's significant other has a very tight best friend, would there be any kind of jealousy?
It can happen, but that jealousy usually, and I'm gonna say this, and most women are not gonna like it, but that jealousy usually comes from the fact that he is taking time away from her. She wants the attention. So if there's an issue where her boyfriend or spouse is spending too much time with his male friends, if it's not because he just don't really want to be with her no more, he just want to escape her, that's one thing. But if he just has friends that he likes to hang out with and he enjoys hanging out with them, she has an issue with that. It's mainly because of the jealousy and the attention. Because I believe that two people in a relationship, they should still have their own separate existence outside of a relationship. It's too much if you're involved, like people, like couples that work together, they never get a break from each other. So
I can do that shit.
You need to have an existence outside of the person that you're with.
Man,
so that way so that way you have something to come back to. I've known people who have, and if you know some artists who their wives, usually their husband is their manager, and those relationships never work because you don't know when it's time to be husband and wife, and you don't know when it's time to be manager and client. So the line is almost invisible. You can cross it all the time. So I think it's important to have, you know, your own separate friends and then your own friends together.
Hey, Becca, my mom said that for years, like for fucking years. You know what I mean? That you need to have, you know what I'm saying, you know, do your own thing outside of, you know what I mean, your relationship or your marriage, where you hang out with your girlfriends or you do this and do that, you know what I mean, like a life outside of that relationship. And my mom and my dad, you know what I mean, for they understood that the best, like, because they loved each other, they were married and all that, but they still, you know, had times where they did their own thing. You know, my pop, you know what I mean, feel like to go play golf. It wasn't like, you know, my mom, yo, I'm gonna go with you. You know what I'm saying? No, you go and do your golf thing. I'm gonna be over here doing this, or you know what I'm saying? You know, my mom like, yo, I'm gonna get together with my girlfriends, we doing this, and you know what I mean? Well, you got the kids, you know what I mean? So you figure out something to do with them, but I'm going to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That just makes sense.
And that's mainly just so that you can have your own existence, not necessarily to escape who you're with, because that happens too. And that's always the first thought that women go to is he's not here because he's either cheating or he's giving all his attention to his boys and not me. And there's a jealousy and attention seeking when it comes to stuff like that. But other than that, you will want as a woman, I would want my husband to have his friends. Sometimes he needs to get away. You know, he's here with just me and Jasmine. You know, maybe he needs some testosterone around him. Go hang out with your homeboys. Go do something. It could be a lot, especially if you plan to be married forever. You're going to be with me forever. So, yeah, go ahead and hang out with your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly.
Like,
people just need balance.
Hey, Becky, you be like the girl Mark Lawrence talking about and you so crazy stand up.
I know you said you was busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I would like to go out. Do you want to go out? He was like, sorry. I had told Craig and
see you when I see it. Peace. You.
Right.
Me and my husband actually watched that a couple days ago. And this shit is so funny because in the beginning, it's like, all right, baby, what do you want? He was like, you want a cheeseburger? Hey, put 2 pieces of cheese on it. Hook it up. Right? And then next time they go out, he's like, what you want? Fuck it, then you won't eat. Let me get a cheeseburger. He said, this is why you don't cook it up. Do you know what the fuck you want? Like, it's just, it happens like that. You are still a person outside of who you're married to. So, but the friends you have do matter though. The friends you have, and my cousin can attest to this, when you're married, the friends that you have as a spouse is very different than the type of friends you can have when you're single.
Yeah, that's true.
That does matter. If you're good at choosing your friends, then your friends won't influence you to do anything outside of what honors your marriage. But sometimes your single friends can have an issue with you now being married, and the dynamics change because now you have to give time to your spouse.
Yeah. And
that's when those jealousy jokes start to creep in. Oh, because I had somebody say to me, I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody came in my Raven gonna start laughing because she know what I'm about to say. I had noticed something on my timeline, and I had put up something in my Facebook story like, y'all are miserable, so y'all should probably just, and I'm saying y'all as a collective because I'm scrolling and I'm seeing a lot of people just posting about not being happy, posting angry thoughts, venting on Facebook like Facebook is their virtual diary. And I was like, maybe y'all should log off and go find some happiness, because everybody here, I'm seeing my timeline is looking really thumbs down. So I had somebody slide in my, you know, on Facebook, when somebody responds to your story, it comes through as a Facebook message.
Yeah.
The Facebook message was like, it's life, LOL. We all can be happily married, newlywed like you.
Wow.
Make
Hold on,
sure
say that. Hold on, hold on.
make
Hater
sure
alert.
It
Hater
must be
alert.
nice.
Hold
Must
on, I
be
ain't hear it
nice.
again.
Yeah, Ayo, yeah, Mark, must be nice. I
Hey,
get
hold
there
on,
one day. I'm
hold on.
trying to be
They
like
said
you,
what?
big dog.
Right.
Hey, no, shut up.
hold on.
What they said again?
So they replied to my story and they said, LOL, that's life. We all can't be a happily married newlywed like you.
Oh my God.
Worry about your energy and everybody else will be just fine.
Whoa.
Man. That ain't nothing
So
but
listen,
hate.
mind you, I was only married a few weeks at that point, maybe a month. This person was at my wedding.
Woo.
Oh,
Hey.
really?
Goodness.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did
and
not
we talking about your
respond.
circle. We talking about circles. You
And
should have
let me
been
tell you
said that
something.
shit.
We had a COVID wedding, so not everybody got an invitation. So your ass got an invitation to my wedding, and a month after my wedding, this is what you say to me. Okay.
And that one was dope. It was off the chain too. I loved it. It was
So-
good, Merv. I'm trying to tell you, it was
Well,
great.
then, you know what? Hey,
The
don't sleep.
hate.
That might be why you getting that kind of response. She came to the wedding. It was a dope ass wedding.
It really was. I had
And-
fun. It was great.
Thank you.
And like, hey, we just talked about it. Everybody don't come to celebrate you.
Right. So, and I did, a part of me, my Brooklyn was about to respond. Like, first of all, since your ass has been single, you're a perpetual single person. Don't even fucking play yourself.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
I was really
Hey.
gonna go Brooklyn, but I'm glad I didn't because I wrote that down, and now I know the dynamics of the friendship has to change because everybody is not always happy for you, or they're only happy for you if they themselves have experience with your experience,
Right. Damn.
comma, they're only happy for you if what your experiences you can bring them along, right?
Damn.
Sometimes those are the only times people are happy for you. People cannot genuinely, or not all people, some people are not always genuinely happy for you at your stage of life, especially if it's something that they have been wanting for so long and just can't get.
Well, and that's where that saying that comes. You got to clap for people. You know, when they are winning. Sometimes you just got to wait your turn. And my little brother, man, he's a very wise motherfucker, man. He's my little brother.
He really is. He's a straight fool.
Yeah. This motherfucker got issues. You probably should get in a check. But my little brother, he was telling me he just recently got a promotion at his job, and he said, "You know what, man? I'm a cheerleader for my people. You know, when I see people doing great, you know, I clap for them. I support them and shit like that because I know my turn is coming.
Yeah.
And when my turn is here, and I can appreciate the fact that I got my turn, and people are giving me my flowers the same way I gave them their flowers when it was their turn. Sometimes you just gotta wait your turn, bro. And when my little brother, man, shout out to my brother Brandon, man, he be kicking some fucking knowledge. Nigga's 3 years younger than me, but I taught this nigga be kicking some fucking knowledge. The motherfucker crazy as fuck.
Yes.
He be kicking some fucking knowledge, and I love that motherfucker to death. I'll kill a motherfucker. I was plotting to kill a motherfucker that's still off on him. If you want to be honest, to be perfectly honest with you,
should.
that's another pod. Keep going.
As you should, but that could sometimes happen, and that's something like we mentioned before that you don't know somebody in your, not even in your circle, but even a close friend or even an associate. You don't know they feel that way until you reach your situation. Charlamagne says it all the time. Charlamagne talks about it all the time. Everybody can't go with you, and there's going to be some times where you elevate and you got to tell some people bye. And it's not on a I'm better than you or I want to shit on you type of thing. But sometimes life will have it so that certain people are not around when you reach the part where you're supposed to be. Life will do that. Life will do that for you. Sometimes you ain't even got to do it yourself. People do that to themselves also when their true colors show. Sometimes I love it. You can call it karma. You can call it reaping what you sow. You can call it the universe, the stars aligning, whatever title you give it. I love it when the trash takes itself out.
That's good shit. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that.
I feel you on that.
Damn.
Sean,
When I
where
don't have
are you
to
at,
tell
nigga?
you we can't be friends no more and you just leave yourself, it's the
Sean.
best thing in the world.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to end this shit. I mean, man,
You know, man,
that was a mic drop moment.
yeah, that shit real deep, bro. To be perfectly
Sean,
honest,
the fuck is
because
that,
that
nigga?
shit deep. You said a mouthful. And
Yeah,
So
Sean, get your ass
before we
back in
do
here and
go,
wrap up, nigga.
before we do go, there was a poem, Merv, that you mentioned by Marianne Williamson, right?
Yep.
right,
What's up,
And
nigga?
if you guys don't mind, I want to end with that poem because it is really good.
Is it
Oh,
long?
you got it pulled up?
Yeah,
Ain't
it's
that
not
long?
long.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Go ahead. That motherfucker. Hey, that's my favorite poem of all.
I love it.
Poem right there.
Go ahead, hit him,
It
cousin.
goes, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shit, from Coach Carter.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
That's
I
my
remember
shit
that.
right there.
yeah, that's just motivating, man. It's really motivating, and yo, I think this is a really good stopping point. I don't know if the homie Sean coming back on, but
Do shout
yo,
out to everybody.
real
Yeah,
talk,
we
man. Shout out to Facebook Live, shout out to YouTube, shout out to One Maha Radio, shout out to Twitch, shout out to Blackjack, Bobby Blackjack. Come through like you always do. Come through. Shout out to Blackjack Prime who putting us on. And I'm gonna hand the shit over to Sean real quick because I ain't feeling finished with this shit.
Oh, you was killing it. Yeah, Blackjack Prime TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, Blackjack TV, everybody that rocks with us, our silent partners,
YouTube,
everybody. Those who on the front line, those who behind the line. Shout out to everybody. Stacks, take us home, man. I want
to give my flowers to my best friend, my brother. Merv, we joke around on this pod a lot. I've known Merv for over 30 years. And I can't say enough about what this brother means to me. We butt heads a whole lot. I think that's part of friendships and shit like that. But that's my nigga, and I would do anything for that motherfucker. Don't hold me to that because you might ask me some shit that I might deny you that shit. But it's a testament to what we've been talking about tonight: the circles and people that you've been rocking with, people that you can depend on, dependability, reliability, and fuckers that you know just thorough, motherfuckers that know where the body's buried at, but they will never take the stand. That's unique. You don't have a lot of people like that. And I joke a lot. We joke a lot as far as Merv and shit like that. But I'm like I'm dead ass serious about everything that I said as far as the niggas that he brought into my life that I've made part of my circle. And I just wanna give you your flowers, my brother. I love you. Even though you piss me off like 5 or 6 times a day. I'll rock with you forever, nigga, and I will kill a motherfucker on your behalf.
You already know how we do, nigga. Love you too, nigga.
Yeah, and that's what I got. What up, Mark?
Hey, I'm gonna say like this, man. My brother's my best friend. Every important decision goes through him. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, with my circle and my network and all of that, it's just like, man, I'm good with everybody, but everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no animosity amongst them when certain shit has to separate, right? But I try to bring the information to each group in the network. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this over here. They might not understand it at the time. You know what I'm saying? But when they're ready to understand it, you know what I'm saying? I know I can bring them with me. You know what I mean? Certain times you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's my man's, but he just caught up in the streets, you know what I mean, right now, so I can't really bring him over here. You know what I mean? And I let him know that I can't bring you with me over this thing. But you know what I'm saying? When you're ready, you know what I mean? For you know, I have a seat waiting for you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, that's how you got to talk to your friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if they're your friends, you know what I mean? It's like your comrades, your brothers, man. And you always got to let them know that you're thinking about them. You want them, you know what I mean? For you want better for them, you know what I mean? They life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't going to live the same life. You know what I mean? We going to live different lives, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, yo, whatever you do, I want you to try to be, you know what I mean, the best that you can be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nothing to happen to you along the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's always love, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's respect there. So like if I'm doing something, they might can't understand it, but they just like, yo, man, I'm proud of you, man. You know what I mean? You out here traveling, you in LA one minute, you in Miami the next, doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? And when my other boys is doing something, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, everybody isn't everywhere with you, don't mean that they don't support you. It just means, you know what I mean, for real, just some things are separate, you know what I mean, for the time being. And then you find a way to bring them in. Like one of my homies, you know what I mean? You know, like he teaching me the all the stock shit now, right? You know what I'm saying? But you know, he had to learn it and then he break it down. He was just like, Mark, this shit is just like doing sports, man. He was like, yo, you know more basketball than everybody knows. So you know how to break down all the stats, how to run all the plays and all of this, right? So he was just like, this how you break this shit down. He's like, the same way you look at the games, the same way you look at these numbers because they numbers, right? So I'm just like, I didn't understand at the time, but now he's teaching, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And he's like in a different space, but he's showing me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you know what I mean, show your brothers, man, how to do this and that. You know what I mean? When they ready. I just wasn't ready when he started learning it, but I'm ready now though. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, you know, just salute to my people, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Even with y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I met y'all, man, but I'm just like, I know a solid individual when I see one. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, if I ain't think y'all was solid, I was like, I ain't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all solid individuals, so that's why, you know what I mean, for it, I keep coming back, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It was cool. Even when I was doing all 3 shows, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? For real shit. You know, I was like, that's the team. So, you know what I mean? For I'm fucking with the team. So I'm just like, man, you know, you can always do that. You can always learn and you should always reach back, you know what I mean, for to make sure motherfuckers, you know what I mean, for get to the where they need to be. Just like, you know what I mean, for real, like people who good with you will reach back for you.
That's love, Mark. That's love. Hey, yo, Becca, what up?
I just want to encourage everybody to, if you have people that are in your life that are solid, to keep them. Don't let jealousy, don't let competition, don't let outside people that don't know the two of you determine whether you remain friends with this person. No new friends. I can understand that as an older person, but I do believe that as your life changes, your circle will change as well. So as long as you remain solid to have good friends, you got to be a good friend.
So,
I also wanted to do one quick shout out to my best friend Raven, who has been watching us tonight.
Yeah, she heavy in the comments.
Yeah,
my best friend Raven White. I've known her since we go way back. She has been present in my life for every great moment and every downfall. She has been there, and this may not be a good thing, but I use her as a prototype for every girl that I meet. If they're going to be a friend or not, they got to match up. And if they don't match up, then I categorize them, because she has been an amazing friend to me. Friend is an understatement. That is my sister. She is family. Her mom is my mom. My mom is her mom. She has been welcomed into my family since we were kids, and I can't imagine ever not having her as my friend in my life. So I love you, Raven, so much. Thank you for being my friend.
Real quick, Merv, before I go to you for you to close us out, man. Shout out to town. Shout out to the homies back in the hood, Merv. You already know what it is. The homies back in town. I'm representing E-Ave tonight. That's why the street I grew up on.
Howard Side.
Howard Side, Gilbert Street. Shout out to my man, Mr. Black Nasty. I know if you listen, but I gotta give you your flowers. I gotta shout out my hometown, Georgetown, E-Ave certified. You already know what's up, Merv. Take us on.
Yo, whatever circle you in, you need to ask yourself: is your iron is it iron sharp as iron? And what I mean by that is everybody in your crew uplifting one another. Iron sharp as iron. That's key. All right, is you have a crew iron sharp as iron, and there's trust. If you got those two things, yo, that's a pretty solid circle. But like everybody said throughout the night, your circle can get smaller because you can grow apart, or you can elevate to different areas in your life and take different paths in your life that may cause people to fall off from your circle. And hey, it's like Jay-Z and I think that was Jay-Z and Drake. It was like, yo, our circle getting smaller, ain't many of us. Yo, less is more. There's plenty of us.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
Bars.
Shout out the whole. Hey, yo. With that being said, y'all know y'all have a good rest of y'all week, and y'all know we gonna be right back on Monday with the Vibe with Sean and Mark, and we appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
Yes.
Great show, y'all. And we out. That's all we gotta say, man. We out.
Peace, y'all.